Right meow.
I think I got the right meow on there.
Some number of right meows. Okay. So people can see the video version. So if you're looking at the video version, you'll see that some Destiny stuff happened, and then some obligation stuff happened. It was very funny. Oh, how we laughed about it. I don't actually know if you guys would have any reason to spend EXP, but maybe you did. So think about that for a second. Rack your brains if you actually did it. I'll read out the patrons real quick because I want to make sure I actually remember to do this time. And remind everybody this episode is brought to you by patrons like Adam DeHarp, Comics, Architect 10, Blacklist OG, Carlos Qua, Jeremy Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Kylie Den, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robin, Shawnee Peace, I'm getting Bob Soda on over to for certain things I create. If you like when you want to see more, consider subscribing to the page and you get access to episodes early on. Thank you for your support, everybody. Boom. Done.
Okay.
Boom.
Who's at the top of my list? Axe. Axe, did you spend EXP on anything?
I think I only had 5, so no.
Okay. You could still have spent it, but you didn't. All right, cool. Loth, you didn't spend XP on anything. Pass.
No,
Lucky.
no, hey!
Loth, are you gonna change?
The one time!
Comedy.
I got guttering up from 2 to 3. There. I'm done.
All right, Lucky,
Oh,
did
look,
you spend
he's scrolling,
EXP?
yeah.
No.
Okay.
Okay, I got force power manipulate.
Did you remember to take off 5 of your basic power costs?
Yes.
Okay. Because technically, you guys still have a mentor.
Technically.
He hasn't been on camera in, I think, a couple of story arcs, but he still exists.
Yeah.
He's out flying in space, being cool.
Yeah, well, I definitely will have some opportunities with some of the plans I've sketched out for him to hang out with you more, but we'll see how that works out anyway.
Yeah, mentor figure here, though. I think Wevuguk's master is not the same master as Aramaa.
No, but you have access to a Jedi master. Is kind
access
of the way it
to,
works.
so...
You still get your...
Besides the whole thing, it's like every master is pretty much the master of every other knight.
But you still get your...
kind of, sort of.
You get your general mentorship bonus.
Yeah.
He could probably do that. That's definitely happened in some kind of version of the Clone Wars or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one last little bit of logistics before you guys actually set out. I know last time we ended on like a cool wintry smash cut, like the opening of Metal Gear Solid or something, but we did some off-mic thinking. So you've actually decided to load up on some trade goods because Lucky, I don't even know if I would say Aramaa, but Lucky is concerned about trading with the locals because they don't have a monetary economy. And I did actually have some generic price points and rarities for buying bulk goods, basically, because that's a thing that Star Wars doesn't provide me with, so I had to make it up, like so many other things. Because, you know, there's no way that a group of enterprising space entrepreneurs would be like, hey, how many crates of space grain or space booze can I put in my ship and sell? So everything comes in, you know, weird numerologies of encumbrance for the most part, so I made it up. In order to fund this plan off camera already, the party has liquidated some of their guns that they had lying around, some extra weapons from some captures. Sold off for quite a bit of profit because Aramaa got a lot of light side points and not much else, so it was all success. What was it, like 25% net profit? I think you had like 6 light to turn into success.
Yeah.
So yeah, you probably had a nice long conversation with Nola Thrainwolf, your weapons dealer buddy, who was, you know, basically like, you're spoiling me because you sold her really good restricted stuff. Those BX sniper rifles are no joke.
Nope.
Anyway, you are now in a position to purchase some goods to throw in Sierra Mobile, because your general plan, to recap for yourselves and everybody, is you're going to load up Sierra Mobile with your speeder bikes and with your trade goods. You're going to drive it all the way north as you can. You're not going to get any extra north time. I think you already used some of that time to, like, build armor or tools and stuff. But you're going to drive up there. You're going to leave Sierra Mobile on your speeder bikes, which you've already pre-packed all your shit in, and go north yourself to actually start pathfinding, maybe meeting some locals, trying to figure out where you're going and how to get there in a reasonable manner. and you're going to leave Sierra Mobile behind you to vaguely follow you, maybe, but they're going to be going a lot slower because as a big honking space tank RV truck,
Yes.
they need to be much more careful of the terrain and weather and stuff. So they're going to be following a few days, maybe even a couple of weeks behind you, making sure they're watching out for the weather, for the terrain.
Yeah.
But being there as backup in case something goes pear-shaped, and just in general being like, if you meet some people, being like, hey, you can get goods from this place.
Yeah.
And I believe you were talking off that about you wanted to make sure you had good drivers and stuff, so you're going to make sure you're going to crew it all up with the Crimson Lightning Squad, Captain Motorhead and stuff.
Mhm.
It's fine by them. They all get to bundle into their insulated clone gear and climb aboard. So, you guys were talking about what items you wanted to get.
Yeah. So,
Wait forever. So, are you ready to go on what your split of goods is?
well, like I said, with the speeder bikes each taking up 810, that leaves us 170 total encumbrance space on the Juggernaut. And I was thinking about it, and like I said, I kind of want to go half and half with hearts and minds and actual trade goods, because we were joking about this earlier off mic. A bit Aramaa, just got off this big trip onto the other side of Soho Live, where people were all like, "Republic does nothing for us." And she's like, yeah, no, there's just some people out there that we just can't reach. And she's not necessarily okay with that. So when she hears that there's these two cultures of people out there in the north just on their fucking own, she's all like, oh no, I don't like this. I don't want this. So, definitely thinking up of loading up with some crates with probably maybe just some, not basic food, but luxury food. Like I said, these people know how to live. They lived out here. They're probably not starving, but they might enjoy some fine cheeses, some good spirits, other such things, and medicine, because you can never have enough of medicine. Fuck. Yeah, accident happened. And then for actual trade goods, thinking of probably loading up on personal entertainments and component parts. I think on your table it's called the ship component parts, but I'm pretty sure that you can just slot those
You
in.
you can use them for generic components for things. It's just mechanical components.
Yeah.
I was thinking in terms of ship parts would probably be the big market for that when I was designing this as a jobs table, but no, it's a generic thing,
Yeah.
Air
So-
filters, power converters, deck plates, sensors, comms antennas, whatever.
Yeah, because I was looking at a lot of these things. I'm all like, they probably really don't like. The Springfolk probably don't have that much need for maybe ship parts, as they are semi-Luddites. But they can still they probably would still enjoy a sweet flick. Maybe some toys, some goods, some other stuff. I don't know. We'll find out. So with 170, these crates you have are all E10, so we could probably pick up. Let's see here. We have room for 17, but I don't know if we want to literally cram her.
I say you do 4 and 4, like 16, so just 4 of each component. So we have some room for extra things, or we can do less.
Well, that'd only be like 10 extra room. Well, I guess it'd be a bit more when we actually take the speeders out, but
Yeah, you'll take you'll be going on the actual speeder travel for like 30 less.
Mhm.
Through the power of math, I decided that 30 was the number. It was definitely not arbitrary. I definitely multiplied some things by some things. Careful.
but
Though there is also something to be said for at least some of this you will probably be unloading in some form.
all right, so
Like the odds that you meet nobody out there who's gonna want free food and free medicine are very low.
Yeah.
so
In fact, I think the way this scenario, like my background stuff is designed, you might have to actively avoid that if you want to not do that, which would be quite ludicrous considering you're buying the supplies.
yeah.
So
So
like,
I'm actually, well, good thing, like I said, we fucking made bank with those fucking guns and luxury stuff. I think it was
Well, yeah, you got a lot of profit off those.
It was like
and those
65.
are very expensive weapons.
But yeah, but to be fair, some of these crates aren't that cheap. It's like personal entertainment and ship components each are 2,500. Now the question is, are we dealing with?
Because you're buying in bulk,
Yeah.
What E10 is like, possibly the amount of encumbrance threshold a human can carry,
Mhm.
or less, right? Like,
Yeah.
or more actually, I should say. So like you're getting, not shipping crates, but like probably like, 1 or 2 meters on a side cubic space, of stuff. So
Stuff.
yeah, no, they're a decent amount of investment.
All right, so if we go with the 16 plan and get 4 of each, because I do like it even.
Round
That will,
numbers.
but with these bulk goods, are we dealing with Soholiv hour rim prices?
So I've been thinking about that internally. I really should, especially because of the costing is already like for bulk. You're dealing in bulk. Let's not
Okay.
You're already buying in bulk for the price. You're already paying more than you would for individual items. I think it's fair to just coast on the normal rarity and normal price. I do believe there are actually supposed to be like there's a line in the buying and selling somewhere that's like, this doesn't account for buying in bulk or anything. So we will account for buying in bulk and just not futz with the numbers too much.
All right. Well,
I'm not here to actually steal your money.
Okay, but let's see here. So let me scroll on up here real quick and pull up the table. Actually, I'll just copy the fucking table again. Why not? That's how I do.
And it has a heading D percentile if I want to randomly generate a job.
Mm-hmm. So luxury foodstuffs and medicines are. Wait, where'd they go? Oh wait, no. Luxury foodstuffs is 500 per. Rarity 2. Medicine is 2,000. Rarity 2. Personal entertainment 2,500. Rarity 4. And then ship components are 2,500. Rarity 1.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to remember what items I based this on, but so the people may notice if they're talking about this, the price for, or if they can see the graphic package on our video version of the show. So foodstuffs and luxury foods cost the same but are different rarities. I don't remember how exactly I came to that math, but that is actually how different items are priced in this RPG. I think buying cates of Corellian whiskey or Rishkate or something are the same price once you bulk it out to E10 as buying E10 worth of ration packs. It's a little weird.
Do we get a rarity bump?
No, we'll skip that too.
Okay. So hang on, I am doing math.
And some people may be like, why would you want to buy waste? Well, it's what you're being paid to haul waste originally, and also there are actually places that would be about recycling or repurposing that.
Mm-hmm.
For this purposes, though, our party will not attempt to trade in waste.
So lots of girl.
Hey, you want some fresh garbage?
Well, I'm pretty sure there are some places that be like, yes, we can use this to do a thing in a place and a stuff, but that is not here.
Mm-hmm. We don't have natural wood, so usually we need just space waste to fuel over furnace engines.
Yeah, there are absolutely trash planets that run on a
Biofuel.
junk economy.
Entertainment. So that's gonna be 10K. Big money, big money, big money.
Big money, no whammies.
Oh, it's rarity 4.
Oh,
That's what it
whammies.
was. No. How dare you, Axe?
Sorry, not this. I was.
I'm just gonna call components.
What?
Yeah.
Press your luck. Big money, no whammies.
I know, just took me by surprise just seeing it.
Well, I just thought to myself, wait, do I have a whammies gift the internet provides? I think I might actually start that for later. I do say that a lot, even though I don't know if I remember ever watching an episode of Press Your Luck on television. Anyway.
I didn't know that was actually a show.
It's
I
just
thought
a
it
big
was a thing
number.
people said.
No whammies, no whammies. It's
Yeah,
such,
it was a game show like Price is Right or
Yep.
anything else.
Yeah. But it's such an iconic saying now.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I'm gonna roll. Aramaa goes to ye old wholesaler. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
give me big crates. And they're just all like, why do you need big crates? It's like, no questions, only Jedi.
Honestly, you probably have to go down to the spaceport and more Iridu for this kind of stuff. Actually talk with the traders. Wholesalers and bulk dealers, they don't ask. They don't ask why you need an economy size worth of soda cans or toilet paper. They're just like, sign here.
If you're buying, we're selling.
So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's average.
Luxury foods on Soholiv are probably like flash frozen fish, you know, like
yeah,
or
salmon
other
industry.
aquaculture. Yeah.
actual
Maybe even some
alcohols.
caviar type stuff, and yes, some fine refined, not like your still products, but like some actually fine refined spirits, stuff aged in caskets and things. Well, you've got a positive check, not a super lot of discount.
No. Let me just double check and make sure I did this right. Yeah, no, I did. Well, to be fair, my roll for fucking selling the guns like blew my mind. It was completely blank. I would have gotten nothing if it wasn't for the force dying. The force was
Yes.
on my side. That
Yeah, that's
And
just
you had a lot of results because you had like 3 dark pips you didn't spend either.
yeah. Well, anyway, I'm not spending dart pips here, so
Uh,
You know,
This is a
maybe go
weird
for 2
roll.
success and the 5%
with the
off.
power of the dark side, just
well, no, this just means
Oh, that's right.
Aramaa seems very intimidating, and Jess is like, oh shit, that reminds me because I need to stack some conflict because I have talents for this.
Oh yeah, you're starting. We're starting a new session, a new adventure. You're gonna need to stack in your conflict.
Well, honestly, I'll put it at 4 because I would have had to pick up 2 last session too, and I didn't roll for conflict. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's fine to let it build up.
No, that's good. Yeah, that was the thing we completely forgot. But no, yes, technically you start every session, or at least every adventure sequence with 2 conflict because you've got 2 conflict talents.
Yes.
All right, so
Well, let's see here. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just go for the 5% discount. Fuck it. I can't. I was trying to think of what I could do with 2 advantage. I'm like, nah, I can't think of anything off the top
So
of my
the
head.
total cost will be 28,500.
Probably something like that. Yeah.
math.
I'll double check the math.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got it
you
right.
have to
But...
rate it.
I can just throw the math just quick.
Yep, 28,500.
Okay.
So I will.
I mean, I'll say with you did roll an advantage, you are able to probably pretty efficiently get this done. Like you don't waste any extra time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty time efficient to just be like, hey, I need to buy this in bulk. You hand him your space clipboard, and he's like, got it, boom. You probably, because you actually rolled negotiation, you probably are like, hey, I'm buying a lot, do you have like an in-house discount or something? And they're like, yeah.
Be like, the more I buy, the more you can bring in later. He's like, that's a good point.
Oh yes, we are having a clearance sale. Everything must go. Especially those 4 crates you just bought. They definitely have to go. Hell, maybe it's something like because of the advantage for the time thing. He's like, listen, I got a shipment coming in. I gotta get these crates out of here tonight. I'll give you 5% off flat, no questions asked. You're like, okay.
Okay, great, awesome. And then we have him deliver by board in his truck.
So yeah, that's 40 encumbrance worth of food. So like I said, that's probably barrel or casket aged fine spirits still in the casket. Very fine food items, probably some exotic culinary spices. Never go wrong with some spice.
Spice.
People will friggin' fight over spice.
It must flow.
And like I said, probably some refrigerated, flash frozen containers of fresh seafood, aqua food of various types.
We're still pulling out ahead in funds. We're still at 48,341.
Medical supplies are again pretty easy. You're just looking at pre-packed, probably emergency med kits, stacks and stacks of stim packs, and other common over-the-counter pharmaceuticals that the game doesn't even track because why would you track space aspirin, right?
All right. But, so, we have it delivered. We get it delivered to base. We load it up on the truck. We run over to the motorcade. It's like, give us the snow speeders. And they're like, we roll those all on in, too.
Uh-huh.
I yell at...
Will you be needing some Cold Boy clone armors to go with them?
Yes. Let's yell at Motorhead and some of his boys. The best drive was the best. And let's
Yeah.
grab a couple. Let's grab a couple swamp dogs for recon, so they can test the ground before the fucking.
All right, you bundle up a couple of Pathfinders. You have
Yeah.
some recon scouts and stuff.
Yeah.
You can get out there. They immediately start playing Space Rock, Space Paper, Space Scissors to see who gets to sit in the observation tower.
Oh no, that's gonna be horrible when we get to the north.
Yeah, it's gonna be really bad, but it's also gonna be really important. So yes, they are immediately, drawing straws.
All right, but with that, guys, any last minute things you want to make? Any last minute purchases? Do any last minute
Nope.
checks? Any last minute RP? Going
Go
once.
to the bathroom now.
Nothing on my end.
I am not turning around. I am not turning around this tank.
I can't have any. I can't think of anything like short term. So
Nah,
we're good.
I think technically you guys have already done
Yeah,
some of your like crafting en route anyway, if
Yeah.
I remember our timeline. So.
All right, cool. Then, yep, Aramaa will stand. Will Gynex at the fucking command point, and we head off.
Okay.
All right. We immediately screen wipe, so we get to whereabouts we ended last week. It only took us 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
pretty good.
This is the power of pre-planning off mic. Take note, people at home. So yeah, you guys basically pull up to. Actually, here's a good question. So you got to. We talked about this. I figure because they're separate continental bodies, there probably has to be some level of water crossing
Yeah.
to get to the actual the Arctic Circle. Some of these are going to be shallow, like there are probably like floodplains or tide basins that are, you could walk through the water. It's just you probably wouldn't because it's cold.
Gold.
There may be some actual like deeper channels, drops in the continental shelf. There will actually be some small seas, which are actually deep water. What sort of point would you want to initially cross in your speeder bikes? Like, would you guys prefer to, go to the northernmost coast and like I said, unpack over like a tidal basin, that's just, sand and a couple of feet of water that your turbo tank can follow behind you on? Or would you guys prefer in your speeder bikes to have a much shorter water crossing and be farther away from your turbo tank because, it can't cross through? Well, actually, they can cross through a lot because I think it's like 20 meters high, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. You still don't want to flood a fucking engine,
No.
Like I said, I'm more partial to the former. We'll cross something a bit more shallow, have the tank fall behind us until we at least get to the fucking to the flows, the ice flows.
All right. So yeah, you guys pull up to the northern coastline. You're on a black rock beach,
Okay, that's not amazing.
I believe actually from your last visit up north, remember that there's a lot of clay family minerals up here, so you're looking at very, soft clay-like sands.
Mhm.
And there's just a basin. It's probably a couple of kilometers across, but it's, below sea level, so it's flooded and there's a lot of, light clay minerals. One of your swamp dog scouts has to like get out with a shock prod and like scare off a couple mud sharks
Oh, great.
that try to like hide in the gearbox. You're like, oi,
Get out of there. No free rides.
So, and you see before you, just a big, open expanse. The water here is kind of bluish gray because of the minerals in it. And on the other side, you just see a big expanse of, bluish white. Maybe some splotches from here, especially if you bust out your binoculars, of kind of an interesting rocky gray-brown color of fossilized trees. Some patches of actual like tundra grass in places. So you see, kind of a dark, cool green color in a couple of places. But there are a lot of just naked permafrost out there too. So you guys are all gonna load up.
Yep, let's load up.
What's your flying order? Because we figured out last time, to recap for everybody, that you're taking 3 bikes.
Yes.
And you've got Aramaa Europa in one,
Mhm.
and it would be
Wevu and Skirk in
Camo
another.
Boots in the other, and then Wevu Skirk in the last one.
Yes.
So, what
Yeah.
what flying order do you want to do? Like a loose Delta with probably Camo Boots in front because Camo, or
Yeah, we can. Yeah, loose deltas.
you could also do Aramaa or Aramaa and Europa or Wevu and Skirk in the lead. Skirk is a scout, and Wevu has some Astro. Like, what do you want to do? You could do single file. You could do 3 in a line. However you want.
We could just do 3 abreast. No, that's not.
Yeah.
Who feels like leading this expedition? Who wants to take the blame if we get lost?
I'll do it.
All right.
Ah,
Cam wants to take point.
goddamn, my voice broke.
That's what happens to me sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
Drink
at
water,
today.
everybody.
Hydrate.
Big swig.
All right.
Okie dokie. So this is the beauty of doing a crossing across, wide open, shallow water. There's no need for a pilot check. I'm not gonna be that much of an asshole. It's
Okay.
point in direction and go. So Camo is in the lead. He should make this check. Boots can offer assistance, probably of the unskilled variety.
Yes.
I need you guys to decide how you're doing your navigation here. So, you guys roughly know the direction you're going and that you want to go north. So, you guys can navigate by celestial navigation, checking the stars, checking the position of the sun. Also going by instruments, simple compass, magnetics, we've talked about this before. Sohliv does have a decent magnetic field, and it is very strong up here. You guys might even see some daylight auroras as you're, standing there on that cool short. We get that cool sweeping shoreline shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You might get some actual daytime aurora effects. That would be astrogation check. If you want to do more of a traditional pathfinding, you're probably going to do a little bit of a slower pace because you're going to have to do visual cues. But that will be tracking stuff like looking for terrain features. If you find a river, you can follow river to upland, etc. Looking for animal tracks, people tracks, etc. You can do a survival check. But I will tell you, with survival, while they're the same difficulty, you're going to flavor kind of your results. Astrogation is much more of a just, we're going to find due north and go in that direction until something stops us. Whereas survival is much more like, we're going to look for signs of stuff and follow them. Your path might get more meandering, but I expect that you, Camo, are better at survival, so you may still want to go that direction.
Yeah, because I can at least actually track.
All right. Either way is an average survival check.
Either way is average.
Yeah, it's average.
Well,
Though we've got Camo in the lead, so
Yeah.
I would not make your astrogation check, Wevu, until we see if Camo fucks up.
Okay.
Because I will totally allow you guys to cross-reference, but then we have to deal with the
Yeah,
who
I
thinks
just,
they're right.
Okay, yeah. I have nothing astrogation, so it's like.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, go with
You have a brain.
your-
And technically, Boots could do it because he's riding with you, but that's fair. Bootsman, Loth,
Yes.
will you offer, I presume, unskilled assistance in survival to Camo?
Oh yeah, I thought I did say yes.
I didn't hear you actually, but yeah, okay, he's in there.
I must have been away from my mic.
All right.
Fair enough. All right, so Axe, add an extra boost die to whatever your survival check is.
Just average.
Boost.
It is average.
Please.
There should be 2 black dice for the cold conditions, but I believe you get rid of all of those.
I have outdoorsman too. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So you and your bike don't give a flip that it's cold.
Yeah.
That it's cold, that it's windy.
Right.
All right. I had to check something. Yeah.
That's fine. It's been a while since I think I asked you to make a big boy survival check.
I was just checking my talents because it's like I was just noting something. I think I forgot to mark something down on my list of talents. All right, that's fixed.
Okay.
This has one advantage.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, you succeeded. You don't get lost.
Yay.
And in terms of, oh yeah, holocron open. That's something I should do. I'm eating a little slow. Core holocron. Because there are wilderness charts that might actually matter for stuff like this.
Oh yeah, you can expand its survival rules. Yeah.
Expanded survival rules, and like I said, there's also that. What do they call it? You know,
The vantage chart.
yeah. There's the wilderness encounters, which this absolutely is. So you guys might be able to get some extra benefits. Let's see. I'm scrolling. Going through crafting. Urban environments. Homesteads. Slicing. Pay scales. God, this is really not organized great.
Oh, survival, page 100. Wait. Maybe not. But I'll go look at it anyway.
Stealth. In wilderness settings. There you go. Oh, hey, actually, that favorable planning might actually be good.
Yeah, we get to that page too.
It's like 103.
Okay.
And a holocron.
Yeah, something like
That's
that.
like pretty far in there, yeah.
Yeah, it's tied to the survival expanded rules, even though I don't think it should be, maybe.
Mm.
Force deals 3. What's this? Yeah, what are settings? Okay, I see.
I also like how their guidance for Icefield is just despair makes them warm, so predators want to eat them,
So
or
Make-
they
make it take
fall
longer
in
for
the
everyone.
water. Triumph means you can keep a hot spring. It's very weird.
I mean,
Anyway,
honestly, if
what
you
was-
get a triumph and you find a hot spring, I'm gonna be like, yes, it is break time.
It is Hot Springs episode.
It is hot. Well, no, we already had hot spring episode.
True.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there was a fucking cutscene of Aramaa in the hot spring with Mr. Steam all about. I don't fucking know.
yeah, favorable
Anyway,
planning
Axe, you were
works.
saying?
Yeah, favorable planning works. Because
Okay.
there's not much else I can do.
So you're able to basically be like, okay, I can see the weather. The weather's going to be good this direction for the rest of the day. Let's head out. Basically, you're not cutting a super fast pace. What's the max speed on these speeders anyway?
I have
think
my
it's only, like 2.
talent that I can at least probably cut off like any like dead time, considering just the talents I have. But yeah, since everyone's going at technically the same speed, if they're
Mhm.
bikes.
Yeah. But you don't have any like immediate problems with weather or
Mhm.
anything, and you actually get out onto some ice fields, and you're kind of following tracks and signs. So this is actually unrelated to well, not directly related to your survival check results, but it's a thing to note. And I think I know the answer, but I do want to ask. And technically, it is Camo's decision what he's actually doing, but you probably would have talked about this ahead of time, which is what kind of signs and peoples are you looking for? Are you trying to find the spring folk or the nomads? Because that's, again, with survival, you're looking more for like landmarks, signs of passage, etc.
The nomads are something where you probably have to know their routes to find them more. For the spring folk are easier to find because they're probably actual landmarks, considering it's near springs and like probably like build up at actual housing.
Yes, but the nomads are in giant ice crawling vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a track sign that you can track with your eyes a lot better.
True. I have a leading answer, but I'm just curious if anyone else has a preference.
No, I don't. You're in the lead, my dude.
All right.
Interesting.
I was thinking of looking for the nomads.
All right, so you're leaning a nomadic way. Actually, while I figure something out really quick, if anybody wants to, though I don't know if they will, you guys did have a high-level briefing, but you guys have had a couple days to study more and might know from your own internal survival knowledge. Anybody who wants to try and familiarize themselves with either group, probably the nomads in this case, can roll me a hard knowledge outer rim check.
Oh, cool. I actually have a scope for this.
That is
I'll
the
give it a shot.
appropriate check for.
Sure, I will. I got this handy dandy brain thing.
I could
I want to give it a shot
try.
because I actually just have points down for him to him.
Okay,
Awesome.
but
I'll spend
but
2
anyway.
strain.
I think that means Aramaa spends only 1 strain. Oh no,
No, this is the mighty one. This one.
no, you suffer 2 less strain to a minimum of 1.
Of one, yeah.
You are immediately using favorable planning, Chief.
Oh,
Is the
okay.
thing.
Oh, okay.
The next time a member of the group would suffer 1 or more strain, you suffer 2 less.
Is it once or per the PC or per the? member of the group?
It's the next time. So
Yeah. So yeah, no, this is not.
Okay.
So yeah, no, but so okay, no strain used. Sweet.
All right, you go first.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna roll.
basically the way that works is the weather is calm. Camo like doesn't steer you into the middle of a thunderstorm or anything. You guys are having a very relaxed, not a slow but a gentle ride because, yes, Camo is also good at cutting down travel time.
Yes.
Heck.
I'm gonna give my roll a shot.
Yep, go for it.
It's hard, right?
Oh, it's hard.
Uh,
My bad.
Oh, hey. Add one more.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But anyways, you just add another. You can
Yeah,
roll.
I'm 2 advantage. I'm 2 advantage now.
Turn the dark to light. Lucky.
That's true.
You did fail technically. Okay.
I'm going to
So-
try though. I have to roll.
Uh-oh.
Right, I have to roll discipline. Right. First because of this thing.
If that's how that one works, yes.
Yeah. And it is
I'm
a
probably
hard
gonna-
roll from based on what it says. Yeah, it's hard to control 3D discipline check.
I'm probably going to put my second point in that knowledge outer room after this session.
Okay. Okay, game.
That's how you do.
Scream. Now it's time to add in. I'm going to spend. Is it right? I'm going to get 2 blue dice because up to 2 int. But is that just the minus? Okay, how many strain do I give? I just get 2.
It's 1 for 1, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, it's 1 for 1, so 2 strain. Yeah. And it's hard. Okay.
So technically Europa has knowledge all at 4, but I won't hoard it on the PC's action. We're rolling dice.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've got a full success, a mixed success, and somebody who failed but with some advantage. All right. Because it's funnier, let's start with Aramaa. Aramaa, you don't remember anything about the nomads other than what you know already. For some reason, you can't stop thinking about what you remember reading about the Spring Folk. You remember that, as mentioned before, they live in small enclaves built around hot springs, geothermal vents, etc. They live in insulated shelters, using a lot of windbreaks and natural insulation. And they don't use advanced technology that they can't support because it's, rough out here. You do remember, though, that they do seem to have a little bit of a, now that you're thinking about it, they have a little bit of a, not quite a caste system, but like strong social class divides.
Mhm.
So you think they might have their own term for it, but they have their culture is divided into hunters who focus on hunting, foraging, traveling out of the village, even fighting if needed. They have laborers who actually build, farm, engage in other heavy industry, and they have craftspeople who build tools, weapons, make clothes, refine raw materials, etc. And they also have some kind of shamanistic class who are advisors, community leaders, healers, scholars, etc. But you don't remember anything special about the nomads. Yay, brain.
Yay, brain.
Okay. So let's see. Those of you who pass on your nomad check, Remember the basics. Nomads live in ice crawlers, which, while they are simplified technology, they are big, advanced ground vehicles, tractor wheeled. They don't use repulsors because those are probably too finicky. But these can be up to dozens of meters in length, or just big enough for a single man. They can live in singular mobile homes, or they might even travel in small convoys. The ice crawlers are heavily shielded and constantly under repair to outlast the weather and other harsh conditions. Because he rolled some threat, Camo is under the impression that all nomads have a strong, integrated nomad culture. They all respect all other nomads all the time. Wevu, though, with her advantage, remembers that from what she read about some of the reports about them and interactions with them, the nomads do not, in fact, all universally get along. They are much more tribal or extended family in their natures. They usually get along within a crawler or within a convoy, and some crawlers or convoys are built around singular crafts or skills, right? Like, you might run into a single ice crawler that is basically like a mobile garage, a mobile workshop. They probably trade like technical skill or things with others, but they may even have distrust or even fighting between each other. However, you guys both do know that because they are more tech savvy, they are more familiar with the way the galaxy normally works. Right? Okay. It's the results of everybody's knowledge beams. Good old
Okay.
knowledge. And as you guys are just, cruising along, minding your own business, looking for signs of nomads passing. Once you get a couple hours into the actual area, you're passing through, like I said, clusters of fossilized trees. Some sections where you're like, oh, this is an ice sheet that's clearly frozen over a body of water, right? Passing some small tundral grass patches. You guys actually pass by a large block of open water, kind of off to one of your sides, and you can tell just passing it that this is apparently where the ice sheet has been thin enough to actually like maybe melt down or break up. It forms like a small lake or sea. And you guys can actually see some large shapes basking in the top layers of the water as you pass by.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Like how large? Like maybe seeing like a weird toad whale.
I mean, if you want to, you probably have to slow down a little to get your eyes on it. But yes, it does look like these are some Anura whales, which are basking in the upper layers, getting some extra body heat. You might occasionally see one dive down.
I'm okay with
To
taking
get
a
the
moment
fruit.
and observing the whales. Take a moment.
All right,
Enjoy
you guys,
nature.
you guys park for a little bit, maybe take some pictures.
Mhm.
You get to observe the behavior of the Anura whales a little bit. These are amphibious filter feeders. So, I mean, the root comes from frog and whale. So just imagine, like a big old baleen type whale, but it's got, instead of like fins, they actually have, they're a little stubby, but they have like broad forelimbs and back limbs that kind of have webbing between them. So they can kind of almost look like glide underwater. They've got, dark sea green hides. Probably have blowholes so they can exhale and all that stuff. And they just kind of casually, sun themselves in a little bit of daylight they got left. You see them swoop down. They're supposed to be filter feeders, so they just eat microbes. Obviously, they're, look a little pudgy. They're wrapped in thick layers of blubber, which acts as natural cold and pressure insulation.
Mm-hmm.
And, they just kind of casually hang out for a
Cool.
little bit, just like you
Okay.
guys do. Kind of make deep, resonant kind of croaking noises, like. Bloosh. Sploosh. Pop up. Spray some water.
Cool.
All right. Okay. So let's see. 2 success. Let me check my notes. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was just checking my notes on about relative time.
Yep.
So, yeah, you're going pretty fast. Let's see. I don't want to necessarily rush the majesty of the moment. I'm just trying to figure out how much pacing I want to do.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
It's fine. I was like eating something down anyway.
Yeah. You guys maybe when you take your break, you like take an opportunity to bust out a meal, maybe.
Mhm.
You know, relax for a little bit. You get back on. This is probably you've been going for a couple of hours. At this point, Camo probably gets on a trail of what looks like maybe one or two. Well, you assume they're ice crawlers because there are giant tank treads or wheel marks in the ice that haven't, because you've had clear weather all day. Surprise,
Yeah.
surprise. That are not yet covered over. So you've actually got a trail to follow if you want to maybe directly catch up with some nomads.
Okay.
And at
Hold
the
on,
very least,
sorry,
with
I
your
think I may have blinked a bit. Ice crawler, so basically just a sand crawler, but for ice.
I mean, not literally, but yes, they
Mhm.
are big vehicles. They're called ice crawlers.
Okay,
Crawl across the
Okay.
ice.
thank you.
All right. But yeah, so you can follow them directly, basically, if you want to try and catch up with a nomad settlement, or you can just use them as a point of reference to keep heading generally northish.
It's honestly up to boss, but we're probably going at least the same direction though.
Oh, hey boss, which way should we go?
As you guys all fall asleep from your sunny whale experience.
Hey, I did say everyone's like finding out where to go. Boots is just taking a nap.
Yeah. I just need some rest.
What were the options again?
We go
So
after the
you've-
nomads, or
Or
You found
we're
some
just-
tracks which are probably directly leading to a nomad vehicle, aka a nomad settlement, or you can just keep going kind of in the general direction that Cam was figured out that is northward.
yeah, no, let's follow the nomads, the nomad tracks.
all right.
All right,
Good.
so you guys are
Just most.
cruising for another couple of, maybe a couple of hours. And you're passing by. I think, things seem pretty relaxed in your northern trek. Wait, are there like Arctic ambient sounds I can play right now?
I just keep
Sound
thinking of
okay.
like that planet in like the first like episode or two of Mandalorian, just like the ice sheets.
I mean, yeah. So in basically what I'm kind of calling the outer ring, the first area when you're right on the border, there's actually a little bit more. Yeah, there's only like cold snowstorm noises. I don't know if that's appropriate right now. I'll pocket it for later. But yeah, there's yeah, I don't actually know if that's actual sounds of ice.
Yeah. Not really.
I don't want to pull up any music or anything.
The fact that it's fucking in all caps just destroys me.
Raw ice sounds.
Yeah.
We're yelling about the ice. But anyway, like I said, you guys proceed along this trip. You're not, nobody seems really freaked out yet. You're all decently bundled up, right? Like I think nobody's taking any penalties for cold environments right now.
I can negate up to 3 black dice.
Yeah. Okay. So you're
I
fine.
can eat two.
You're
can
inside
make it
cockpit, so
too.
it's not like you have to worry about like harsh wind chill or anything, and there's no awful snowstorm. So you guys are driving along, and like I said, this terrain's a little more varied. Like, there are a decent number of open ice fields, right, like bodies of water that are frozen over. There are also bodies of water that are too deep or too active. They have currents. They form small lakes or rivers, like where you pass by those basking whales, right? Where the ice basically breaks up under the flexing. It's not cold and hard enough to seal up. You are in a place where it is actually warm enough for there to be precipitation. So there are, like, occasionally you guys see like big banks of snow drifts, right, that are shaped by the wind.
Mm-hmm.
That haven't yet had a chance to be like blown away or melt down yet. And like I said, you do actually pass by patches of greenery. Either you pass by basically what must be an island or some other small piece of actual like landmass, not just ice, right? Where there are tundral grasses growing up. Or like I said, you will pass by these honestly probably quite eerie patches of just fossilized forest. Like they look like maybe not 1-to-1 to the normal trees of Soholiv, but they look like the normal ground cover of Soholiv, but they are just like frozen in place in little clusters. Only it looks like the wood cells have been preserved by some kind of fossilization. All the leaves and ground cover and stuff is all died off. So it's not yet a uniform, meaningless expanse.
Yet.
Speaking of which, actually, because you've got a keen eye out for, landmarks and other such features. As you're driving, you kind of pass by this track. You see, and I do believe, Camo, do you have your electro binoculars on your armor, or do you have some other sensory feature installed?
I have the in-helmet scanner, and I also have the I have sporting macro binocs on my person.
Okay, so you do have a scanner package. So
yeah, which is it lets me it's for
again
has...
you have the talents to make up for lost time, right? Basically, and you don't really care about the environment. You can probably basically put the speeder in the equivalent of cruise control like 90% of the time, because there's not bad weather or bad terrain, and you actually like look around since Boots is useless. He's sleeping. He's preserving his warmth.
Also, the scanner also has general purpose scanner stuff, so I also have like
so like you're probably running some basic like, are there any thermal signs out here? Are there any like weird chemical signatures?
Yeah.
God help me, is there weird space radiation out there? Nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You actually notice a solid non-crystalline object, something metallic or stone-like out there, probably maybe 20 or 30 meters off your current trail you're following. You zoom in a little, zoom in enhance. It looks like maybe there's some standing stones or something out there. Possibly a like natural rock formation that has just been worn away by the wind, but it might also be artificial.
Might be something worth like getting a closer look at.
All right. Well, here's a good role-playing moment. How do you let these people know what? Like you're in comms range in your speeder bikes. It's just do you like hand signal, turn off suddenly? Like how do you communicate to this information to the rest of the group?
It's probably like a transmission of just landmark in the distance. Or I can't. Words are failing me right now, but okay. Loth laughing like threw me off for a moment.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
That's why Peanut Gallery is dangerous. At least the audience at home gets to see why that happened.
Yeah, it threw me off.
Because I wasn't looking directly at chat, but I assume there's a 1-to-1 correlation.
Yeah.
With the timing.
Probably
there.
like start a turn, but
Maybe.
like basically like
all right, so yeah,
signal off that like there's a landmark in the distance. It's probably worth like seeing.
Yeah. Camo's like, see a landmark in the distance, and then he starts to slowly angle over. Maybe cut speed a little bit.
Oh, Aramaa will. Well, I don't have bunkers, and just call back. What kind of landmark we looking at, Camo?
Rock formation.
Oh, interesting. Well, let's take another stop. Stretch the legs.
So you guys kind of
Right.
take a little park. You guys pop your hatch. All of you can now see the cluster of maybe it looks to be about 5 or 6 of these little, standing stones, lithographs.
It's like one of the first like actual like memorable things we've seen in the last like few hours.
I mean, it's certainly the only thing you've seen that's not a plant or an X-plant or a bit of ice that has water in it in a while, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and you see these kind of gently snow-topped stones as you guys get closer, and obviously because we know Camo does have binocs, if you want to, like, zoom in,
Yeah.
it's not super apparent at a couple of at the distance you were, I should say. But as you get closer, you can definitely see that there are dropped a pen and then lost it in a shadow.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to lean away. But you can see, right? There are some, you would guess, probably crude tool marks on these, and they actually appear to have some kind of archaic symbols etched into them.
Oh.
A lot of like flowing lines, curvature, stuff like that. Maybe they even have some, almost like Japanese Shintai style, like big heavy ropes tied around them too in certain formations, kind of anchoring them all in place.
These macrobinocs have a recording function, so I might just take pictures of them.
Well,
All right, you take some pictures.
Oh yeah, we can show them. But guess what? We have a lovely, lovely researcher here. Will Smith posed to Europa.
Okay, no, she's only wearing snow.
I
I was
see
wondering
we
if she
go
was
from
carrying
loudly to
optics.
loudly
So she's
flirting.
probably like, "Oh, this is very interesting. It's supposed to be local. Let's get closer." So she'll actually probably like move up.
I'll keep pace with her. Signal to Skirk.
All right.
Right.
Skirt goes on the swivel.
Right.
I was like, I'm not gonna say that you guys have to come up and stare at stones with me, but
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna.
I was just
like,
going
what are the clones doing?
The clones are probably gonna like. We're probably
I
gonna.
was going to move on over.
Okay.
We're probably gonna move
We'll
around
move
nearby
forward.
and just kind of like watch point.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
Okay.
in
So
fact, like,
so
rocks. Yeah. All right, okay, I guess
watch.
I'll just stay here.
all right. So Skirk, goes into a swivel, keeps her eyes on the horizon. Boots, it sounds like, sits by the bikes and watches them. Camo is kind of standing at a distance. You said you were taking some pictures, so you're probably observing the standing stones, but you're on alert too, as the Jedi go to do Jedi things, obviously.
Yeah.
So as you guys approach, you see that this is clearly some kind of like marker or shrine or something. Because you see there actually appear to be like a couple of like stone carved offering bowls attached to the base of these. And you actually see what looks like some sort of offerings. There are, they're obviously very clearly like probably flash frozen, but there are like bowls of flower petals. There are marks where clearly some incense has been burned recently. You see like small pools of scented oils, collections of glass and ceramic beads, or other small like not like fine china, but like there are little like offering charms or plates you might make, for instance, out of clay and ceramics that appear to be set there. Some
Dimension.
you'd guess bread maybe looks like some kind of food offering, but also you see what looks like iron tool heads, like spear or knife blades, axe heads, hammer heads, kind of stuff.
It's like the spring folks had like their own like the spring folk had their own like deities of sorts. So it's
well,
probably
we're not
just
necessarily
offerings to
sure
theirs.
it's spring folk because I don't know if they travel all the way out here. And like I said, we're only like 30 meters off a fucking a track.
Yeah, there's a
And-
nomad track.
And
Yeah,
like
might
you
be a
just
nomad
said,
site.
like incense was burned recently.
Mm-hmm.
So if the tracks are recent, the incense is recent. It's not far. That's all like, you know, it may not be correlation for causation, but I would assume that the nomads came back here, left an offering, and moved on. Question is
Yeah.
why? Is it because, well, why is probably because of their local beliefs, but what are they worshiping? What are they praying to?
I mean, you Jedi are all up in there. You guys can try and make me a. Let's go with an average lore check.
I actually have
Okay.
that.
Attempt basic, anthropology. You know, basic religious philosophy.
Mhm.
Go.
I assume Europa would be assistant.
And
'Cause it's her actual
what's
house.
the
Actually, that's a good question. Do one of you want Europa to assist, or do you want Europa to make her own check? Because shocker, she's really good at that.
yeah?
Ah.
She probably has a lot more, right? Because you said all knowledge for.
Well, I guess I'll have her make her own separate check.
I mean, what's the check for this? Like
Average knowledge lore.
Okay.
Would an audio-visual translator assist in this?
Yeah, you can add your. That's what, like a boost die.
Yes.
Yeah, you can add it.
And-
I will tell you, you probably won't get like a literal like translation out of it, but
Ha.
oof.
Wow.
But it will help. Yes.
Probably
Okay.
helps since the-
Well,
since
and
the-
I'll
since-
also activate fucking the neural band.
Might as well use a destiny point.
If you have any green dice, yeah, you've got all light destiny. You might as well use one.
Well, I don't even. I don't have any, but I'll still pop one for.
Just so Omega has one.
So Omega,
What
yeah,
are you gonna
Omega-
do? Fail?
I don't think I'm gonna.
Absolutely.
I honestly don't think I'm gonna fail. But like I said, I think Omega might.
No, I mean, like, listen, you've managed to make it all light by boffing some of your points. You might as well spend a destiny point. Like, the worst thing that happens is that you fail anyway and get it back.
And just try again later.
So B. It's a lot of B.
B.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Hang on, I gotta take 2 strain though.
Still pretty good. Like, damn.
Yeah, that's me and Europa on the same page. It's like we're meant to be together.
Huh.
I gotta mark that strain though, because I hurt my brain a little doing that.
Oh, yeah, I should remember what some of our talents do. I think most of these are combat based.
Oh yeah, I do
But-
have knowledge spec, which is just wait, what's it called? No, researcher, that's what it's called. Which just removes.
Yeah, that lets you do it in halftime to remove some
Halftime.
black.
Yeah. So halftime. Yeah.
Sadly, there's not a really good talent lookup. I don't.
That reminds me, I should plan out a tier list for Joan. Sky of Hope is great that you can just look at all the talents and be like, I want that.
Huh.
Let me actually double check. I don't think any of her talents, of which she has several, apply to this. Because I don't think Wevu rolled any boost dice.
Yeah.
Boosto.
I did go for that because otherwise I would have to roll discipline first.
Oh, okay. So that encouraging words is you can suffer a strain to assist an ally's next check after they fail any check. So if you fail in Europa's presence, she could be like, "Oh, don't you worry, I got your back. You can do it," and you can get a second try, basically.
Okay.
That's pretty nice.
She will not pop that in this case, though, because obviously several of you have passed. So
Gleaner.
I think the only thing would be maybe intense focus, but I think that's before is you like. That's not on that talent tree wiki as I look. All right, I don't think any of them apply. I'm gonna stop looking. I'll save it for later.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure intense focus is the one that lets you like take a strain to upgrade a skill check after, and then valuable facts is to do with knowledge checks, but I think that's to do with like distributing boost dice, and I'm not gonna waste it right now. When you guys
Yeah.
might not have like not necessarily a combat, but like a structured time encounter, right? Like you guys might go back to like getting on your bikes and riding for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, Europa and Aramaa pass. So, through the context of your audiovisual translator, right, Aramaa, you get the idea that these carvings are not language. Though obviously you're pretty sure that at least the nomads visited this recently. This is not meant to be a linguistic marker. So you can be pretty sure it's not a grave marker, right? Like there's no proper nouns or anything marked here. This just appears to be kind of a yeah, you got significant advantage. You'd say this is probably a mix between like a navigational point and
that's what I was thinking.
almost like some kind of icon of like a maybe deity is the wrong word, but more of a force. Like you see a lot of swirling symbols and repeated iconography that really to you speaks to like, oh, this is like what every culture depicts like wind or water as, right?
Oh, it's basically a shrine to traveling.
Yeah, it's like deity's probably not the right word. Like there's no personification here.
Benevolent
But
fortune.
this is basically like travelers will stop here. They know to stop here because this is looks like maybe a relatively safe point. Like if you had like Camo or Boots dig under this ice, it's probably like very thick or solid, or it goes into bedrock, right? Like this is probably a solid piece of land, so you know you could stop and camp here, and people leave offerings of safe travel. You know, basically like they leave some stuff behind and hope that wind and water don't fuck with them.
Interesting. Well, like I said, I guess we're not too far behind the nomads if, well, I don't know. But I think we could probably just keep pressing on. Maybe we'll catch up with them tonight. But...
So, hey. Let's see. Camo, please make me an average perception check. Boots, please make me an average vigilance check because you are not paying attention, canonically. As these guys basically spend 5 minutes looking and oohing and eyeing.
I'm using the binocs to take pictures right now, so could I add the bonus from that too?
Yeah, if that gets a bonus, yeah, you might see something in the background.
A singular
Actually, no.
success.
Actually, no, this removes that. This removes blacks for long range or the light.
All right, yeah, those don't apply. Okay.
The scanner adds to detect hidden or moving enemies.
I mean, so there aren't enemies here. I'll say that, but there would be moving objects. So
Which
yeah,
I think works in this case. So
yeah,
I'll add a boost.
this would be a motion-based thing, because Boots has already passed his check, so somebody will notice it. So yeah. Okay,
That's weird.
So I think I have a great way to fluff this. Boots, you're minding your own business, cleaning your gun, brushing snow off the speeders. I don't know, double checking the tents, whatever you do.
Having a
Playing
snack.
I Spy quietly with yourself.
Yes, actually.
I spy something white. Is it ice? Yes, Boots. Yes, it is. Good job, Boots.
I'm sorry.
Boots plays I Spy with
Depressingly
himself.
funny.
You hear though, soft little scratch, crunch, 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 scritch, crunch. You hear scritch, crunch noises around you. Camo, you get some halo ass beeps on your motion sensor, and you see some movement out of the corner of your vision, and you kind of tip over. Maybe you hear the little scritch crunch yourself, and you see a little tiny hole in the ice, and out of it pops an animal that looks like an armored ferret, which is definitely a Pokemon design.
Was it or a Monster Hunter design? Either or.
Or Digimon.
Some sort of mon.
Some sort of fantasy.
So it's like it's got a four-limbed body, short stubby little claws, slightly spiny armored plates, but they clearly like fold up as this thing appears to have dug or bit its way through some of the surface ice. Pops out,
Yes.
kind of looks
Was
around.
this just to clarify? This was in the this wasn't in like the Xenology briefing, right?
recall.
It might be. Do you have any Xenology?
like I said, they did talk about lots of when we talk about things. We talk about most of the big and dangerous things, not so much the small
get
ones.
that.
This might have been mentioned in passing. I don't know if you guys would have seen like a picture of any of these though.
No.
Can I make
All
a
right.
technology check?
Yeah, you can make a xenology check. I'll make it average because you did receive a briefing package. Basically, as Camo and Boots watch, you see a fan. maybe-
Actually, add a boost for me because I don't actually know, so I would have just unskill assisted you. So
yeah, that's fair enough. Roll that boost die.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least
probably yeah.
turn from like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
All right.
I'm assuming this is happening down at the bikes, right?
Bikes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's kind of in between the bikes and the shrine area.
I mean, but me and Aroba, I'm probably more distracted by.
You guys are definitely looking at the shrine, not looking behind you.
Yep. Okay.
Boots, you don't remember exactly what these are. There are a couple of different. You remember there were some small amphibians or reptomammals that this could be. You're pretty sure though, whatever it is, because you rolled decent amount of advantage. You're pretty sure that these are non-hostile. I mean, it's a Sil Zero creature. It's an armored ferret.
I love it.
Leave it alone.
No, we must feed it and
Boots
pet it.
staring at it like,
Well,
that's
speaking of feeding it, it looks like a little cluster, a little pack, a little pod of 4 or 5 of these things pop out of a little burrow, and your Jedi friends will now notice this as they kind of cautiously, much in the way of like a ferret or a weasel, shimmy sham their way over the ice, and they kind of circle around you, but they're definitely making a beeline for the center of the shrine.
Kind of watch,
Oh.
maybe like use the binocs to record it a bit, just to have footage.
Take some pictures.
No, these are the
I will. I will squat.
Right.
And I'll put I'll probably grab a food pellet from my balance, and I would like to use influence on one of them to come and say hello. It's like, I am your friend.
All right,
Come grab this food.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's just you roll influence power dice.
Yeah. I think I have to wait. I think it's a discipline. I need rules.
Yeah, double check if it's a check for that to influence. It might just be roll force dice. Because I will say the size and threat level of these creatures, they're definitely minions, so that's not a.
Let me double check here. Open file. Where is the Force and Destiny? Because force powers are force powers even in the holocron? Nah, probably not.
No, not core force powers. Using a force power is, but there's not a map of what does what. I do have a Google Doc for that.
Oh, awesome! Last time I checked, opened up this fucking book, I was looking at influence. Yeah, good job, me. Let's see here. Yep, propose discipline versus discipline check combined with an influence power check. If the user spends pips and succeeds on the check, you can force the target to adopt an emotion state or believe something untrue, lasting 1 round or 5 minutes.
So. And then you've got a special control upgrade to be like, you can make animals friendly.
Yes.
Part of an influence power. Okay, it's an easy discipline, easy check because I'm pretty sure these things don't have a lot of willpower.
Wait, I have the range upgrade. But
I
have 5 XP. I'm buying the magnitude upgrade. I'm gonna see if I can get more of these fuckers.
Sure.
I want to be covered in cute animals right now.
Okay.
So I can tell you that because it doesn't matter. These are borets, like a ferret, but boring. As in, not boring as in not entertaining. Boring as in they dig through ice. Oh, that's a decent pool.
Yeah, it's a decent pool. It's enough to. How far are they? Are they skirting from me?
I mean, they would be within short range. Like, if not, like, okay, so you were gonna like squat down and do your offering. If you want to wait for them to get closer, I will let you know. They are absolutely making a beeline for the center of the shrine and some of those offering bowls.
All right.
And they are absolutely gonna steal that bread if you don't do anything.
I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Besides,
But yeah, no. I'll wait till they get a little bit closer, pop it, and see if I can grab like a few of them. I'll use my magnitude. That means I can affect up to 2 of them.
All right, you call over a couple. Yeah, so as I was gonna say, it was a choice between in my notes. It's a choice between maybe Borets or maybe some Yote eagles, which are big flying reptavians.
Mhm.
I decided to go with the small Iceland creatures. So you could couple them up. They they kind of chitter at you. They take the pellet. You're already squatting down. If you want, they'll climb up your arms, sit on your shoulders.
Snack on food.
Yeah.
I'll hold on.
The other couple don't get to attract. Just kind of they make a little noise and they steal some bread. They grab it and they skedaddle back to their ice hole.
That's it. So yeah, I have them for 5 minutes. So I'll hold them around, give them pets, show them off to Europa. I'll keep them away from Skirk.
Very good. Skirk is definitely standing in the back, like giving him the squinty eye.
You just turn around, one of the tails just dissipates into a mouth. It's like, tasty.
Oh,
no. Since Camo said he was going to take some pictures, he probably I don't know if you can choose whether or not you want to approach Aramaa, but she's got him for like 5 minutes before they get bored, so you can probably get some good footage of them just hanging out.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Get some promotional pictures to use for propaganda.
no.
Aramaa takes care of the pets.
Actually.
Nature's
So
chosen.
what? How's it says armored hide? I forgot how you describe it. Is it like
So they've got flexible, like an armadillo or a pangolin, right?
Okay.
Like they've got flexible because they have to fit in ice holes. They're actually probably like you would think of them as they get up. You're like, oh, these guys are actually a little weighty. They like under their armoring, they're a little. They look like they've got some decent like fat layers. They do actually probably have some short like insulating hairs on parts of their body because they are reptomammals. They're still zero, obviously, and like I said, they are like an armored little ferret. You'd guess based on the claws and the denture, they're probably omnivores. They hide out in insulated little ice burrows and pop out when there's something to eat, whether it's plants, animals, whatever.
Neat. Anyway, I'll enjoy a comfy moment with the Borats and let them go.
Right. They like dance off. They give you a little goodbye, and they pop back in the hole.
Yeah. Glad he stopped. Camo, how are we looking on our fruit stores?
Trying to do a check anything then, or like?
Nah, there's no check for that. You guys have been going for this is like 1 day of travel, maybe between the 2 stops, like 5 or 6 hours ish.
Yeah. All right. Well then, Aramaa will take a bit of our food and put it back in the offering bowl, and offer a quiet moment.
Yeah, there's maybe a gentle, rustling of the wind. Those couple of like wind chimes in the Force theme play. There may actually also be, because I talked about like ropes, there may actually be like some small like wood or ceramic wind chimes strapped to this thing. Let me actually, because I was thinking about this, because I didn't calculate it before, let me figure out what time of day it was when you started. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, let's count that as you guys probably started at about midday-ish. So at this point, you're probably getting close to dusk. The weather looks clear in all directions. And obviously you guys have light and warmth with you, but it will get dark. How much further do you guys want to press on today?
We probably only got a couple more hours at best.
Yeah, you are in a northern zone, so it probably stays lighter a little bit later. But actually with no cloud cover, it will. You don't have to worry about wind or anything, but it will get very cold.
Yeah,
so
we have no greenhouse effect.
You probably don't want to go too long after dark, just to avoid discomfort and possible damage.
Probably want to go a little bit just to see if we can find anything to like.
Well, Camo, can you tell how fresh those Noma tracks were?
I actually have expert trackers. So
roll on your.
Like I said,
it was your survivally type.
If I understand this place, man, this is a good place to camp.
Yeah.
but if the nomads are fairly close, we can try to catch up with them and see if we can bunk with them for the night. Sacred hospitality, in effect, they probably won't say no to us taking shelter with them.
Okay. Let's see. Where was... Okay, so I think that was the initial one. Did you make a... No, you did. I did not have you make a second one. Okay, so you rolled 2 success, 1 advantage overall in your last survival check. Based on your current impressions, you probably can't tell. You'll have to try and re-examine the tracks, maybe,
Yeah, I
which would prompt another survival check.
Yeah, which probably won't make. it
Additionally, if anybody wants to try and Sherlock this shit,
Sherlock.
I believe, as discussed,
easy. How long would the incense would be burning, yeah.
full-blown... Actually, let me check the elementary talent work. Pretty sure it's a perception test, so...
something Watson, something cocaine.
Or... It's called Reconstruct the Scene in Star Wars. It's elementary in
Right, skip Tracer, which is Bounty Hunter, and Sentinel, Inventor, IV. What is IVT? Yeah.
It's in Skip
Oh,
Tracer.
Investigator.
Yeah, okay, so that would be a perception check. So if you want to do crime scene stuff on the shrine to see, like, tracks for people, how long they've been gone, stuff like that, that'll be a perception check.
I can try that.
Well,
Okay.
Camo, do you want to run it like? Well, it's not that far. You want to jog over there and check the tracks again?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Camo, you make me an average survival check again.
All right.
Wevu, you can make me a hard perception check.
Okay, and I have 4 studies for this because of my work save. So yeah, right. It's hard.
Very decent survival.
Okay, I'll do 2 success, 1 advantage.
All right. So, I mean, it's good that you guys can compare notes. Wevu examines the offering site. Maybe double check some of the breadcrumbs. Looks at the incense that was burned. Maybe like gently dips a paw and like touches some of the little scented oils they got there to see how viscous they are. You would say that based on your assumption of the offerings and like snowfall stuff like that, because you might notice the vagaries of some like people tracks, but also they're probably wearing like snowshoes or something, so they don't leave a lot of tracks. You would guess that these offerings are probably several hours old.
Mm-hmm.
Like the incense has completely burned down in places.
Okay.
The oils are not necessarily frozen solid, but they are cool to the touch, kind of a thing.
So they were here today, but not close enough.
Yeah,
by
maybe
any
in the
stretch.
morning it seems like, or they were here in the early afternoon when you guys left.
Okay.
Based on the survival check, you're checking the tracks. There's no snowfall in them, but you do a thermal scan and you almost all the residual heat has gone. You don't see any like signs of exhaust. There aren't any, because you've got a general purpose scanner. You can do a lot of scanning with your survival check.
You can
to
check a lot of
supplement this.
you can check a lot of generic data, which is always useful.
So yeah, it doesn't look like there's any like chemical exhaust traces or anything. You would probably conclude, and Wevu would gosh, I completely forgot the word there. Disagree. There's a better word for that. There was a more sciencey word I was looking for, but I didn't remember.
Collaborate.
Corroborate.
Corroborate.
Similar, but yeah, corroborate your information. That's the word we're looking for. She can corroborate your story, and basically, you would probably guess they were probably here in the maybe late morning or about noonish. So they're probably 6 or 7 hours ahead of you, though they are probably slower. You don't know if you would be able to catch up with them before dark at this pace.
Honestly, while we still as I said, it's always best to set up camp while you still have light. We can see about something, maybe getting some food, hunting some food,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like I said,
Definitely
honestly,
set up
like as I
camp
said, it's
here.
good fortune that we found this place when we did. So
Yeah.
So thank the force.
And I mean, there's another thing to be like, again, you're in a You're in an Arctic area. It's I think because I didn't make a big deal of it, you probably have more daylight than you'd expect. So there's probably a short night right now.
Mhm.
Not like crazy, like 23 hours of daylight, but better. Because the alternative is I probably should have made you guys go for darkness already.
Mm-hmm.
Though who knows? Maybe we
Right.
could just say that you guys started at noon during the light period anyway.
So yeah, so let's
Actually, yeah. So I think now that I want to like try and bamboozle anybody, but
no.
I've been thinking about it like because I think in general our fiction we have been talking about that Sohaliv is, or at least the hemisphere you're in, is moving towards winter. So actually, yeah, probably what you guys did was the reason why you started at noonish was you were waiting for it to actually be proper daylight up here.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
that means you probably will have a longer night anyway. But also that means you'll have a night period you got to worry about.
Yeah, we
Right.
just need to like.
Well,
On the plus side, I don't think anybody rolled like crazy good on their nomad knowledge check to be like
No.
100% sure when they stop at night, but you're pretty sure that at some period they probably have to stop and bunker down.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't constantly be burning fuel up here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's break out 2 tents, set up some food.
Get the eater out.
Does anyone want like I said, we snacked on the dry stuff. Let's see if we can get some fresh stuff. Camo and Skirk, you good at the hunting. You guys want to go out and go out a bit, see if you can get some fish or something?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go find some like thin ice pockets.
Okay, this is a very good question. If you guys are gonna go ice fishing, what are you gonna go ice fishing with?
God,
Sure, we didn't bring any fishing
damn
equipment.
it.
We had to go trade the nomads for fishing.
Does anybody have? See, this is where for the first 20 sessions, Boots was carrying that heavy ass survival kit. This would actually come in handy, but I don't think he's carrying it anymore because it's
No.
really fucking heavy.
No, god damn, I told you.
You guys can spend a destiny point to have good stuff happen. You could have somebody say they remembered a basic, fish and tackle kit.
Oh yeah, I'll spend a destiny point, and it
Sure.
and it was Europa who was just like, no, I thought of this.
Yeah.
There.
All right, cool. You see, now we're back down to 2 dark.
All right.
I mean, back up to 2 dark.
Yes, down,
Down, up. Who cares?
Well, yeah.
It's ephemeral.
Up, down, left, right.
Skirk will probably go hunting though.
All right.
She's like, I have gun.
Okay. Let me. So in this case, I think because she's going off on her own, will roll for Skirk and see how she does
Right
off camera. So I'll double
Alright.
check those stats. Camo, make me an. Yeah, we'll say average survival check for general hunt and fishing.
Hunting,
All right, I
fishing.
just want to check if I have anything for this. 'Cause I'm not sure if I do. I might just for like.
You've got the tools, so you can make the check
Mm-hmm.
at this rate. There's no particular bonus for having a.
Yeah, just checking some things. It's fine.
Probably just basic spool of fishing line, some weights,
Yeah.
or
Average.
maybe some non-food bait.
Yeah. Sitting on that a bit for
Solid.
Okay.
Okay, 4. All right. All right. So you're able to pretty quickly. You may even remember something you passed already. So you're able to, while you've still got some daylight, actually, pack up, pull a kit out of Aramaa and Europa's bike, where Europa points it out to you, and actually, hike back, maybe at most like 100 meters back, find some narrow ice holes. Nothing too big, but not still big enough that you could get some
Yeah.
sea life out of it. And you spend like we said, well, actually, that's a good question for you. How long do you want to spend fishing? Because you're able to get settled in pretty fast, and you've got a decent rate of success. It's, you could go until it gets dark.
I was thinking about probably going until it starts getting a little dark and then leave before it gets actually
All right,
totally
so
dark.
you once the sun actually sets, you will go
Yeah.
back. Okay. All right, so you're able to actually get in there and actually, hey, shocker, the local fish don't really have a really good survival instinct for your technologically advanced modern, fishing tackle and fly bait. So let's see. I've got some names for some underwater.
It's literally
Yeah, you're able to con some sickle licks, which are not quite fatty tuna, but these are sizable fish that actually are probably like a small catfish type size and shape.
Oh, is that why they call it sickle licks? Do they like go up to icicles and be like nom?
Yeah. They lick microbes or detritus or whatever floats to the top and sticks to the bottom of the ice. So you drop some bait in and it's like, oh hey, there's something dangling on that ice. Oh shit.
goes into the tactical cooler. There we go.
At that moment he knew he fucked up.
I'm going towards the light.
So you probably catch, a couple of pounds, couple of kilos of this with your 4 successes. And
I think we might have enough for like 2 to 3
at the
days.
very least, you've got enough that you can clean and gut for either fried fish or sushi tonight, whatever you prefer. And probably, though that would be a separate survival check to prep food.
Honestly, I
If
might
you
want
roll
to-
good on that, because there are kits for that.
Yeah.
And I believe actually Skirk has the tools for that right now, doesn't she?
Yeah, she has a field dressing kit and a portable stove thing, hot plate.
Yeah, so you probably want to double back up with Skirk, and you guys can have a little
probably,
fish
I'll just-
fry and
I'll
some of
just-
that
yeah.
she can preserve. I'm trying to
probably
do
just
this.
put the stuff back in the tackle kit, and then just and then just kind of like lightly carry the cooler.
So. Skirk, you have... Okay, Outdoorsman 2, that's good. Forager is also good for this. So you average 2 survival, 2 cunning, so 2 yellows. Does have her survival knife.
At least that's a boost.
Yeah, it's a boost die. And I think the gear you got her was for this particular was the stove and the field dressing kit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that only applies to after she actually finds and hunts something.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's an interesting check result. Ooh, that boost die coming in handy. We rolled double failures on one of the purple dice, but the other dice is thankfully blank, so that'll be 2 success, 2 advantage total. All right. Yeah. It was probably a specimen that was a little old or sickly because she finds it out on its own. But Wevu actually is able to find and bag you a whole tundra stripe. Not Wevu, Skirk. Sorry. Thinking about a different piece of
Everyone's names are
hunting.
being messed up.
You have eyes, but no, you are not. Skirk is able to actually go out and bag you a whole ass tundra strider.
Damn.
Wow. Okay. We might have quite a bit of meat.
Yes. So, she comes back, dragging it over the ice on probably a makeshift sledge she cut out of some weird tundra reeds. He's good hunts, much points, yes.
Probably why she got the blue with the knife, because she used the knife to make the damn sled so she could drag the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. Also, honestly, I don't know. She rolled like crazy good success numbers. She may also have just snuck up on this thing with a knife and like slit its throat rather than waste a bullet. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, it was canceled out by 2 failures, but she rolled a total of like 4 successes and 2 advantage. Yeah, no. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, she brings you a clean kill, whole ass tundra strider back. And as noted, here's the thing about tundra striders: they're actually woolly. So this thing is like fibers, leather, fats, and meat.
Oh, look, so we can actually
Like I said, it was probably a little older, sickly, so maybe it's a little lean for a tundra strider. But there's what, 6 of you?
Yeah.
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 So yeah, that is absolutely enough for everybody to have nice fatty tundra strider steaks.
We could probably cook that, and then I'll prepare the fish.
Yeah, you can clean
Like
and you
skirt.
can clean and gut the fish so they can be preserved. Because hey,
Yeah.
guess what? Everything's fucking cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get a little. Your ration kits probably come with a little bit of like basic salt or some other kind of preservation materials. It's real easy.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
just
Well-
So I will need somebody though, because this is all raw food. Somebody needs to make me a survival check to prep it. You can have Skirk do it, and one of you should roll for her, or
I'll
you
do
can
it with
have,
Skirk
like-
helping me.
Okay, so Skirk will assist. It's probably just going to be a boost die because she's survival 2, cunning 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm survival 2, cunning 4. So
Okay, yeah, so you're the same skill level, so she gives you a boost die, but she is also carrying the field cleaning kit, which is that another boost die?
Yes.
Lucky. Okay, so add another boost die because you guys are basically sharing the tools.
all right. So then it's average or hard?
This is you're focusing on the Tundra Strider, right? Because that's the big kill. That's
Yeah,
a big
probably that.
animal. We'll call it
That's
average.
what we're actually eating first. So yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you set up the hot plate, the field cook.
Mhm.
You guys have a couple of fusion lanterns, I believe, between you,
Yes.
because Europa has one. So, Wevu already said she's going to help set up the tent. Aramaa probably helps because you're big, strong, swole. You
Loth is
anchor the
busy,
tent
but-
well.
Loth is busy, but probably Boots is at least like
Ah.
preparing the camp.
I don't know what Boots is doing.
Boots
Average
probably,
round?
because we said he was checking on the tents. He probably helps you like unpack the tents and gear.
All right, just
Um,
I don't want to get the purples wrong. So
yeah, average 2.
okay.
All right, so 2 successes with 3 advantages. Okay, so you are able to easily feed everybody fresh, properly cooked meat. Like I said, fatty Tundra Strider steaks.
Mhm.
It probably does taste very beef-like if you're looking for a similar taste, though it would probably be, as a lot of things on Sohaliv, it would probably have a little bit of natural saltiness to it.
Which means you don't have to like you could put like
Mhm.
different kind of spices on it.
Yeah,
Salt.
you could season it up a little. I don't know how much you're carrying by way of that, but you probably have some, basic
Food stuff. Yeah.
McDonald's pepper and salt packets with you
Yeah.
because you have ration kits and stuff. So you're able to preserve it right. It's an electric hot plate. You're not getting like a charcoal grill effect, but it's thoroughly cooked. You can
Probably.
probably, with that much success and advantage, you can probably take it to order. Like if somebody wants their steak particularly medium or rare or anything.
Yeah. We'll have fun eating tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Should we
And
roll a second
with
one,
that
dude?
level of success and advantage, I will say you guys can bundle up another total of like, we'll call it 3 encumbrance worth of steaks. That's
Mhm.
3 days worth of steaks also.
Yeah.
1-to-1. So pretty simple translation. And because you rolled some extra advantage, you're also able to, this is probably more what Skirk's doing, but you guys are working together. You guys can also definitely field strip the hide.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you've got it. I will say it will take up another encumbrance worth, but you have a block of Tundra Strider wool.
Yeah, we got
That's suitable for if you wanted to craft it into some armor or something, or just, clean it, tan it, and sell it, or trade it.
Yeah. So that's
And then you make sure to you and Skirk cooperate to make sure to drag the rest of the kill, the entrails and the bones and stuff, a decent away from your campsite, but you probably leave it on the ice to let nature have its way.
Yeah, to get back to the ecosystem, so something at least eats it.
I did
Yeah,
mention those Borats are omnivores, so at night they're probably going to come out of their burrows again to steal some bones or something, or other gross bits of entrail.
Eating marrow and stuff.
Yeah.
So should we roll to package the fish?
Nah, like you've got it already. I
Okay.
would say you probably don't need to roll to you did decent enough roll on that, and you've got all the skills for
we
it. I
already
could say
have
you probably
something already set
can.
up.
Honestly, we're below 0. The fish will probably be fine.
Yeah, no, you're below freezing. You can absolutely just throw them in a cooler. Hey, do you need ice?
Just grab some off the nearest rock.
You have a knife, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just literally carve the ground, make ice chunks the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. I don't think I could stab with a biscuit, but
Yeah.
No, it's got a point. It is more scimitar shaped, but it is absolutely a big, flat, broad blade.
There's also the thing of, for
Um,
always
you
like,
could-
for thi-
Go ahead.
I always put the boot blade on my armor pieces because it's HP 0, and it's always like if I lose everything, might as well have it just in case.
Yeah. But no, a Beskad is big and chunky enough. You could use it to cook your fish if you felt like it. Like you could stick it on the hot plate or over an open fire and cook on it. Also, because Mandalorian iron, Beskar is very, very energy resilient.
Considering what it's used for, yeah.
I mean, the Beskad has the cortosis rule. Yeah, no, it is lightsaber resistant. Mandalorian iron is remarkably thermodynamic. God help you if they could ever find enough of it and shed enough weight that they could build spaceships out of it.
Yeah, because the one trade-off is that it's actually quite heavy, so it's not really good for
Yeah,
spaceships.
it's very bulky and it requires very specific knowledge. Like I don't think off the top of your head, any of you, even Camo, who has worked with weapon forging and owns a Beskad, you wouldn't know how to forge Mandalorian iron properly off the top of your head.
Yeah,
You
it
need,
requires like actual like very like old style like metallurgy tactics.
Yes, we see this in the Mandalorian. There's a character just known as the Armorer. She has a high-powered crucible forge for all this stuff, right? So, like, yeah, you need some special tools and some special knowledge, but it's very hardy. That has been our Beskar 101 class.
It is like space titanium that is like naturally.
Yeah, it's something. It's good stuff. I would say it's almost got some similarities to like Woots or Damascus steel because it does have that very. In the Mandalorian show, raw Beskar has that kind of patterned blued steel look to it. So you guys eat good.
Yeah.
You have
we'll probably just put
storage of
the
food.
We'll probably just put the stored fish and the meat in some of the bags.
If you guys want to, you can, because you're carving ice anyway, right? You can probably bust out your water purifier and melt some of it into clean water.
Yep.
Just have some surplus, yeah.
Well,
Fill up your canteens for the day because you guys have probably been taking occasional pulls out of the water.
Yeah.
yeah, believe it or not, you can die of dehydration a lot faster in the cold than you can in the heat.
Yeah, you just don't notice it.
Yeah.
So I think you missed it, Loth, while you were away, but they rolled good on their food prep check, so everybody eats good Tundra Strider steak tonight.
Do you like it medium rare? Because you have that.
No, Boots is clearly a well done kind of a guy.
Yeah, fair.
Make it like leather.
Oh,
You know what? Just give me the Tundra Strider leather to eat. No. Actually, if one of you was a hardcore survivalist nerd, it would be Camo. Would be like no. I need it to be rough and hard because I'm a tough guy.
I was gonna say
Woods.
like
It's not
be like,
really.
I want to be able to bite my teeth into it and not have to taste leather.
No, yeah.
Huh.
We
You
need
guys
well
can probably all
enough.
get it medium.
Gotta be able to bite it
yeah,
and
you
put
can
down
medium
easily.
stuff.
So I think you make some new water. You've got a hot plate, so I would not be shocked if in her now variously unestablished sundries Europa has kettle. So you could boil the water and make tea because I'm pretty sure tea bags store well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's tea time.
And it would be warm. Yes. Hot tea for everybody.
Just
Frozen
sleep.
tea bags.
Hell, if you really wanted to, you could probably turn some of that Tundra Strider bones into bone broth, get some soup, but nah, I think you guys are just gonna take the cut of steaks and go.
If we had a bone grinder, I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's take some bone. But I was like,
Nah, you don't have a full field kitchen. You just
No.
have the hot plate, and
We got the steaks, and then we have a cooler.
Skirk has a very scary supply of
Knives.
knives and cutting boards and stuff. Yeah.
and hooks. Apparently,
And
there's hooks in there
yes,
too.
meat hooks. So yeah, no, it's yeah. Hey, if anybody's wondering what good is buying a field kitchen in Star Wars, that is the good. Like you can actually make your food go a lot farther if you have all the proper tools. But no, you guys are literally sitting outside your tents with a hot plate, or possibly inside your tents, hot plate, cook steaks, serve steaks on some tin plates, eat up, pack the rest in a cooler and go. I think the only other thing I want to ask is, are you guys going to do any kind of like watch rotation? Because you do have a lot of hours of night to go through.
Yeah,
I
probably
was willing to do most
should.
of them, but don't push it. If
I
anyone
guess
wants
I'll
to do
go
some.
first, maybe second watch, because I've been spending most of the day sleeping in the bike anyway.
Okay.
I think the other question is sleeping arrangements. You're only busting out
2 tenths.
2 tenths.
Yeah,
yeah.
3 and 3.
Yeah, remember, it's Aramaa and her ladies, and then Wevuguk
Rest of us.
bones.
Webu with the
Okay.
clones.
So I would say what you guys should probably do is to avoid disturbing people too much and weirdness is you should probably do like 1 out of each tent per watch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Boots has been sleeping. He can do first because he doesn't
Yeah.
need the extra rest.
I think we're
Yes.
like the bed.
Webu will take second.
I guess that means Cano's on
Camo
third.
takes last. It sounds like,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
probably sounds appropriate because part of the things you do on last watch is you also start breaking camp. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
so out of the Aramaa tent, how do you want to do this, Aramaa? Do you want to take your watch with Wevu or with Boots?
I'll take it with Wevu.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured
So
that's how.
I think the fair balance then is probably Europa takes her watch with Boots first because she's been riding shotgun with Aramaa all day.
Mhm.
And then Skirk and Camo can hang out on last watch because they're the survival types. And to be fair to them, they should probably get the longest rest shift because they actually did bust their asses and go out into the ice and
And
snag
we
you
gotta go
some
break
food.
camp anyway.
Okay. Just for the sake of it, everybody who's doing a watch can, at least one of you can roll me a perception check. We'll call it average.
Okay.
You can have assistance from the other guy on your watch,
Okay.
and
Alright.
you should have. Oh gosh, it should be no wait. There's auroras and stuff, so we'll call it 2. There should be 2 black dice for concealment, but you guys have light sources if you want to employ them, and some of you may have natural night vision abilities or scanners.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I have natural. Yeah.
So, my suit minuses 1 black. So thanks to the Aurora, I'll have no blacks.
no, you should still have 1 because it's 2 concealment starting.
Okay.
Though, if you want to do your watch with a light, Europa does have a fusion lantern.
I think I'll just go with the setback die.
Okay. Do you add? Actually, this is a good question. Is your perception worse than 2, Boots?
It's 2.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Europa just gives you a boost die. She is cunning 2, perception 2.
Ah, good.
she's will-
Same here.
Now she's willpower 5, vigilance 5, but that doesn't help when you're actively
Fuck.
taking a watch.
Yeah.
Jedi-mans, guys. Jedi-mans.
She's a scientist or a researcher, so
Well, yeah.
I was wanting to shout out, she belongs in the museum.
that I wouldn't.
No, she
I thought
decides
of it, that would fit.
what belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a very good question. Okay, 1 success. You guys do probably hear, like, once night sets in, those Borats, like I said, they probably come out of their hidey hole and they steal some bones. They steal the Tundra Strider's liver or something, something tasty. Drag it back to their hole and eat. This is a very good question. I won't make us go into, like, full role-playing time because we've already spent almost 2 hours here, and I have a couple more vignettes, and I'd like to, like, get us to a stopping point, so I don't want to linger too long. But, Boots, do you have any, like, you're a talky guy. Do you have any conversation with Europa? Do you make the small talk?
Actually, I will say I am curious. What do you think of Aramaa?
Oh, okay. You ask a big question. Europa probably has to stop and kind of think about it. As
There
she,
is no easing into things with me around.
stare into the wide open white space, or actually probably she's got extra one. She's probably up counting the stars, watching the auroras flash by. Aramaa is interesting, I would say. I dare say, Boots, you and the other clones probably know her better than me at this point. That's how it goes for a lot of Jedi Knights these days. No, she's different. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you know. She kind of leans down and looks dead into your snowman visor. Because I'm pretty sure you don't take the helmet off. That would be very cold.
No.
Oh, and I'm not going to do the effect, but she is probably saying this through her, like insulated robe. She's like hood up, scarf.
No.
But, yeah, no. No, but also no. But so she kind of, you probably can't see a lot of her face or body language, but she kind of says, you guys may not realize this, but or may not know this about me, but I was, in training to be a knight. I was picked as a Padawan and moved over to the service corps after. Arma's not like a lot of the other Padawans or even the Jedi Knights training them I knew. I think we were a few years apart in the class. Actually, that's a good question. How old's Aramaa supposed to be again?
Early 20s.
Yeah, so you guys are probably about the same age, but probably... no, I think it would make sense that Europa's actually probably a couple of years older than... She's your senpai. We didn't really talk much. I was a couple of years ahead of her, so that means that, by the time she was apprenticed to Master Lago, I was already out and about taking lessons with my master. But she's not really like a lot of other Jedi, no. I know there are some who dig through obscure texts of knowledge and, master martial arts and things, but it wasn't very common before the war.
No, I have a feeling. Yeah, I know what you mean. If I was to compare some of the Jedi I've seen so far, Aramaa does quite fucking Christ, does quite stand out. And this is no offense to the way you Jedi normally do things, but I think it's mainly due to the fact that she has been out there in the world, has seen what's out there. Like, she's a bit of a realist, if that makes sense.
No, I understand what you mean. That's why I said she's interesting.
There's only so much textbooks and stuff can teach you about the world and someone.
She kind of chuckles lightly to herself. Oh yeah. Oh, you're quite right. Quite right, Boots.
I just thought I'd ask because she does seem interested in you. And if you upset her in any way, there'll be hell to pay.
Oh, I'm sure I know. But it's fine. When I first got cross-assigned to Soholiv, I thought it would be a nice, sleepy backwater assignment.
How wrong we were.
Yes,
How
but
wrong
no.
we were.
Yes, but no.
Oh, this is a pleasant change for me. I actually in training spent a lot of time out in the field. My master was an archaeologist, a Jedi archaeologist. So this is right in my wheelhouse. And let me tell you, Boots, I don't know about these gardeners, but we Jedi, we know how to build all kinds of weird stuff. Big catwalks you can't even, reach unless you can jump with the Force. We hide our ropes, and you have to use the Force to reach out and pull them down so you can climb up, and then you have to climb 20 meters of rope. Oh, I think I got more exercise outside of the temple than inside it.
I'm trying to remember if
Doesn't
our
sound
first session-
doesn't sound very handy capable.
I'm remembering that was it our first session where we rescued Europa, or was it other researchers at that?
No, that was Dr. Hubbard, who is
Okay.
absolutely she is an inside one. Europa came along later when she went on your first field trip with you.
Right.
Yeah, I think we met her when we were investigating the murder.
Yeah, I believe that was because that was the second or third arc you did.
Yeah.
This was absolutely she was one of the Jedi hanging around, and then she came up later when you guys went on your Big Hills field trip.
Yeah, and that's when we had that moment where we're locked in the corridor, and she's like, "Oh, quickly get her out."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, Soholiv has been an interesting journey. I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say it's good, but I don't think I'd have replaced the experiences I've had here.
Well, Boots, you can't replace experience. You can supplement experience with knowledge and training, but you can't replace it.
Ah, yeah. As much as I love them, the simulations did not prepare me for all of this. You're not quite ready to deal with your commanding officer suddenly being attacked by a mud shark.
Oh, that's right. Aramaa was ambushed by a mud shark when one of her first couple of weeks here, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. And then, I'm probably not going to say it, but this will be just Boots telling all the times Aramaa's been injured, just going down memory lane.
Yeah.
Eventually, it then transitions to her literally just destroying things in one hit with her
Yeah,
fist.
it is the transition journey from Aramaa, bullet sponge and Embushi to Aramaa Punch Master Extraordinaire.
Europa probably has a couple of thoughts, which, starts with she, pulls up the sleeve of her robe to show you that, because she already noted to Aramaa she has a survival knife, but she actually lets you know hey, there's a reason why she carries a knife everywhere these days.
Mhm.
And it has to do mostly with mud sharks and mud shark accessories.
No, that's very fair given the situation.
And also, because of the way her stat spread works, she also has 3 points in melee, so.
Yeah, given Sohaliv's rather volatile nature, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
But the other couple of things you probably pick up on is that, one, she does definitely note that makes a very obvious observation about Aramaa's progress, right, as your stories change in tone. As that was Aramaa's literal character development. And the other thing is, you actually find out that while she is not part of the medic corps, Europa does obviously have some experience with medicine and healing. It seems like she has I can tell you her stat block. She has a point in medicine, so you guys might actually be able to swap some, medic shop.
Good, someone who can speak my language. At
Boots,
long
no
last.
one can speak your language.
Well, I speak
mean,
many
Europa can
languages,
try.
but she can speak one of them.
This was a very interesting stat block to design, because I didn't want to make her overly combative, though naturally high level characters, because she's a nemesis, so she's got wound
Bootlish.
threshold and strength threshold. Bootlish,
Like,
yep.
It's just like she's like Jedi Indiana Jones essentially.
Yeah, there absolutely are specs for that. So she has I won't talk about her special abilities or her talent suite, but I can show you her skill line, because this might actually come up if you guys are going to make any of these checks.
Interesting.
Nice spread.
Don't worry, Boots is
Why is
not
it
going to
reformed,
pry into her private life. That is her business.
All right. So let's do our second watch scene. Boots and
Okay.
Europa go off shift.
Mhm.
Aramaa, as you come on shift,
Yeah.
Europa lets you know that she's got another kettle.
Oh.
So there's warm water
Mhm.
if you want tea or anything for your watch shift.
Okay.
And does make sure to, give, maybe like a little bow and a good night to you, sir, to Boots. And so clearly you can tell they obviously had a pleasant time.
Thumbs up.
A pleasant time with Boots and no punching.
I can, by the way, when you said thumbs up, for some reason I could only imagine the Terminator style thumbs up only with the snow.
Oh no,
It's a
no, he
pin-
might be sinking into something later.
Boots
Dun, dun,
is
dun,
like
dun,
sticking
dun.
out of the ground. It's like, what happened? I planted the dumbass tree.
Oh, blame me a dumbass stream. No, I mean, if you guys had e-tools, Boots could make a foxhole and just sink
Yeah.
into it. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Okay, so
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, we should have bought that. Did we bring?
Actually, we do have an entrenching tool. I remember we brought one.
We did bring a shovel.
Okay, yeah, you do have a shovel if you need them. for
Yeah, we
anything.
need them. But
All right. Yeah, so you and
Yeah.
Wevu can sit up.
yes. Okay, so check was average.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll-
Whichever combo of you two you want to make it.
I'll just
I'll
give you
do
I'll just
with-
give you a boost.
because I have those force dice to roll with it.
Aramaa might be slightly distracted by Auroras.
That's probably very interesting with your force vision.
Exactly.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Yeah, my boost did nothing. Aramaa's distracted.
Luckily, your otter is very good at this. And I
Yes.
do believe, yeah, you didn't roll any black dice, right? Because you have full low light vision. Yeah.
Yeah, the
So-
low light vision, which eats up both those, except if it's complete darkness. But there's auroras.
Yeah,
or
there's
whatnot.
ambient light,
Yeah,
and you can see into stuff like near IR and things. So
yeah,
yeah, nothing really happens.
yeah,
I will say you have points in astrogation, right?
yeah. 2 points.
Okay. If you ever have to make an astrogation check to navigate, make a note somewhere, you have an upgrade on it. You actually, in your spare time, are able to spot some interesting constellations from Soholiv. And you think, judging by their position, you can actually figure out some navigation now if you have to. if you guys ever need to do, like I said, raw celestial navigation.
Okay.
Nice.
If you have a data pad or something on you, Wevu, or you can borrow one of Aramaa's many pads, you might even actually like take some pictures or draw some star chart notes.
I'll just ask for Arama's data pad. It's like,
Oh, I
I
got
need to
two.
make. Yeah. I'll just, like, hey, can I have one? I don't need to take a few pictures and write down a few notes of these.
Arma's looking at their
Constellation.
warriors and slightly distracting, wondering about what Boots and Europa were talking about.
I had a feeling.
It's like pokes. Whoever just like pokes with the fingers, like, hey, Aramaa,
Oh, whoa.
can
Sorry,
I have a
Wevu,
data pad? Can I have a data pad, please? I need to note down some constellations.
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Aramaa reaches behind her to grab her backpack, pulls out her other data pad, and is like, "Here."
Okay. She'll take it and just get down to write down the notes and then take a few pictures and hands it back. There.
I'll save it. Otter Maps. Sounds like an app.
Huh.
All right.
Wev, does
Go ahead.
Wev, does the otter thing bug you? I know we make a lot of otter jokes.
Hmm.
Hold on,
Not-
hold on. I need to see this out of character. What do you mean we? It's only me who makes the auto jokes, clearly.
Fuck you. I make a lot of otter jokes.
Okay. I was meaning saying Boots, but yeah, sorry, my
This
bad.
is in character?
Yeah.
Oh, I said that out of character.
No, I
Because
said-
I thought things with the otter was like mostly out of character.
I sometimes make that reference, but no, absolutely, there have been some comments about Otter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there have been some in-character comments.
Not really. I just sort of rolled with it. Had those sort of comments mentioned before on the other planets. And with Motorhead.
Oh, well, I ask because I don't mean to intrude, but it looks like something's been bothering you since you've gotten here, and I was hoping it wasn't things like, what we were saying.
Oh, it is not due to the others. It is something more, she just like cold stuff and arm and like points towards the stars, like just making a circle with it, and it's like puts her arm back down. It's just, how do I put it this way? When I first left Selonian, I was with sister was maybe like number of years older than I was, but due to certain events, we got separated.
Oh. This is the part where the menu goes down to drink, and I drink my tea to give me a pause to think.
Yeah, she'll take a drink from her tea too, and like,
Do you want to talk about it at all?
I can certainly talk about it. I mean, you probably have your own things that happen for this.
1,000-yard stare. You'd hear the faint screaming and the sound of fire.
Internal screaming.
Yeah, we all have our little bit of darkness, but
Yeah, well, let's just say on one of our trips through the stars on a starship that we got sort of chartered on with a number of other passengers, we got, how to say it, attacked by pirates.
oh,
And due to some, I guess, one of the passengers being good old saboteur for the pirates, set the thing to pretty much cause it just to drift and base, and due to some other circumstances, the ship started to go into meltdown.
Well, so it just sounds like a horrible situation, all in all.
Yeah, and when we were going to the escape pods, oh, let's just say that we got separated at that point, and I couldn't get to her because of things just
Panic, the bodies, everyone rushing.
panic, the buys, and also some scrap metal that just fell down from things being on fire.
Sounds like a horrible time.
Well, it was a horrible time. Though my master actually got to me before the one who taught me, my Jedi master, was there during the time and actually managed to rescue me because apparently the escape pods weren't working. Or at
Aramaa
least
has some
most.
questions about this type of ship that you're flying that had so many failure points on it. Like, jeez, were you trying to smuggle you? This is out of... Well, no, I'm not going to say that, but...
I think it was one of those second-hand ships. Or third-hand.
Get what you pay for, I guess. But, well...
Yeah.
Aramaa said it's like... Do you ever think about going to look for her?
Oh,
or them, him? Oh, you said sister, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, sister, she thinks about it for her. It's like, I've tried using some resources before this whole war happened, but nothing has really turned up. I don't know if she's alive or dead, but it's more than likely she might be dead. But I'm hoping that she's alive. And if this war ends, I'm probably going to be out searching for her if I make it through this.
Well, as they say, as long as you don't find a body, there is hope.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Believe in the Force. It'll take you to where you need to be.
Right. Well, what about you? You probably had something,
Me? Well...
traumatic happen, either before or during this war?
Yeah. She takes a sip. Again.
Yeah.
It's just, like... It's a bit of a long story. I don't know if you really want to hear it.
I'm all of it. We have a VRs before this shift is over. I'm down to hear at least part of it.
Well, I'll start a little bit of it. So, as you can tell, I'm a Mariluka. We in the Force go back a long, long time. There's not a lot of us around anymore, but we have our little enclaves, our little collections here and there. The Jedi know where to find us. From a young age, they came, they found me. And, there was a bit of a clamor. Apparently, the Force was strong with me. And they shipped me off almost immediately. I don't really remember my parents at all. But I was told that I had a power and I had a responsibility to use it. Use it for the good and the betterment of the galaxy. For the balance, for the light. And I took that to heart. I trained and studied and trained some more. Didn't really get out much, I guess. But I was a Padawan with good old Master Longo. He has a very hands-off approach. He'd tell me an objective and just say, get it done. and then let me figure out the process to the problem, or to the answer, either way. And a lot of times that worked, sometimes it didn't, and sometimes I had to go knocking on his door at 2 in the morning, begging for a hint. But suffice to say, there was a bit of expectation put onto me. So much so that when this war broke out, they decided to push up my tests and maybe fudge things a little to make me a knight. There's quite a bit of that going around, you know. Kids barely out of training, given lightsabers and sent off to who knows where to fight battle who know what, for resources, scraps. They just fight waves upon waves of droids. It's life-changing. It's really life-changing.
Right. Yeah. Can't. Actually, yeah, it was just like things for I was like, at least know a few individuals. Well, maybe one or at least one that might be kind of similar to Lawyer's way of teaching, but mine was, how do you say, it's strict as can be. Just like, it's like, she's pretty much drilled into me. It's like, if you have any miss that you can do it with something that can train you, make you better.
Yeah, I think hearing about that, I think I'm glad I had Master Lago.
Yeah, I had multiple bruises from training sessions with her.
But yeah, forgive me, Webu. I really don't want to finish the rest of the story right now.
Oh yes.
We can say that conveniently your shift is about to be up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of missed what Aramaa said.
Well, it's okay, but Aramaa, it will kind of trail off and then look at the time and be like, "Oh, look at the time. It's about time for the shift change. There's no time to finish the story. Maybe
Right.
next time."
Yeah, next time.
So I think in comparison to that bit, which let's see, what was that? Not that I want to feel like I'm pressuring you, but that was at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, sorry. It's like I was like,
Sure,
I want
that's
to roleplay with Webu for a bit and maybe get out some character stuff, but I was like, oh
That's
no.
okay. I just
I will say the one
I
short
took
thing
a break for a little couple of it.
Mhm.
Got some water, got an ice pack, to cool my brain down.
I was listening while clearing a thing in the event, so
Nah, it's fine.
so I had
It's all
like
on
the one
recording.
like the one thing I wanted to do was like probably as we just kind of we're watching Camo and then I guess Skirk are just kind of watching and then maybe like start like after halfway through clearing up camp, is he
Yeah.
just probably asking her what's it like working under the general?
What her opinion of Aramaa is?
Yeah, what's it just like?
Okay,
Or
well,
also just
we'll
what's
get
it
to
like
that.
working with us? Instead
First
of
of
just
all, go ahead and
Yeah.
Ooh. A lot's in the call, but he sounds like his internet's bad.
Oh no. I shall yeet him. Should I yeet him from the call? Oh, he's gone.
No, he moved. Okay.
okay.
Hello?
There you are.
Yes, we
I
hear you
hear you.
fine.
Ah, good. Oh,
Alright,
That's a little
Skirk's
weird.
pool is
secret gaming, so I had to go to a different VC.
Skier for perception. I lost her for a sec. She is 3 perception, 2 cunning.
okay. I definitely have 3 perception, 4 cunning now because originally it was 2, but it's 3 because of the
Yeah,
its
you've got
support
a skill
system.
mod for it. Yeah, so she'll just give you a boost. That's fine.
Alright, that's fine.
Actually, if she stays engaged, she gives you heightened awareness. That's 2 boost.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, you should get
Oh, yeah, true.
at least 1 more, maybe 2 more, because you can get.
Oh, it'd be
Because
3
she's
then.
assisting you, and also you get heightened awareness.
Yeah, I don't. I just check something wrong.
If you're engaged
'cause-
ranged, it's 2. So how close he's into
You
the
actually
big?
want to go for.
How close he's into big booty lizard GF?
Yeah, that's a you question.
I mean, we're kind of just talking.
All right.
Like- clearing up camp, so probably like
You can probably keep it engaged, unless you're like really over being up close.
nah.
Actually, hold on. I was sitting back. Let me adjust my mic arm now. Now that I'm sitting up again.
So yeah, checking on it. Yeah, it's from the helmet scanner gets the perception skill mod. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So your skill currently counts as 3.
all right. So
Skirk
that could
gives you
be
the assist maneuver, and also because you're in her aura,
Mhm.
you get 2 more.
average,
In addition
and
to
then
any
there
other
is
modifiers you have. Yeah.
there's
Average.
then the
There would be 2 black dice for low light, but I think you yeet
I-
some of that.
I think I cut one off because if I use the binocs.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
to
All right.
watch.
So you keep 1, but you have a lot of boost dice, so hopefully you should cancel it out with positive.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh, advantage. All right.
Hmm.
You probably, because you're looking through your binoculars, you are probably spending a couple of your time on your shift, either looking through the binos or possibly the scope on your rifle and scouting ahead, basically.
Makes
You know,
sense.
because I believe macro binoculars have a couple of different filters.
Yeah, it has a few filters. It goes up to like 5 meters or about 5 kilometers, I think. Let me check.
So you got, maybe like 5x.
Yeah,
mag-
5 kilometer
so-
magnification with removes
So
the
you
light
you
or
do a
long
lot
range.
of like zooming, enhancing, taking some pictures.
Yeah.
Just looking ahead in the general direction you're going to go tomorrow, keeping the eye on the eye on the horizon. And yeah, so you after spending a little time to do this, you just casually looking through your binocs. You ask her what's it like, and she's just
Looking at
like
the general being with us.
she kind of shrugs where she's sitting, kind of across from you in the dark with rifle across her lap, just kind of shrugs. The hunt is the hunt. There are good points on both sides. There are some of us who seek only the biggest prey. Wookiees, Jedi, Tals, Krayt Dragon. Never hunted Krayt Dragon myself. Good pearls in it. I have heard the Jedi do this sometimes. Hunt the pearls. Yes. But it is much the same, no matter what side you are on. She kind of chuckles. Do you think it would be some great improvement working for your general and not the separatist general? Or just curious, eh?
If I was working with separatists, I doubt they'd ever actually care for anyone. I don't know if they'd actually care for any clone.
No, they would treat you like they do the droids. Product manufacturing.
I used
She
to
kind
work
of
under.
looks into the middle distance. Sometimes I think, for their sake, not for your sake, but the Jedi should probably treat you more that way themselves. But
I've had generals who did that. I don't like remembering. I don't like thinking about that.
she kind of, a side glances you, looks you up and down. You are a man just like anybody else. Flesh, bone, nerve. It's good this way. Keeps perspective. Sometimes when you're on the hunt, you lose track of yourself. You start to think of yourself as, she kind of like holds up her rifle, an extension of the tool, or like an animal, but taps her forehead. We are both people, you and I. We are thinking, feeling. In that respect, working for Aramaa specifically is better, yes, than the Separatists. The Separatists only cared in payment. They pay old man Radamus. He gets results. He goes on the hunt. Aramaa, less about the pay, more about the challenge. You see in the backlight of some aurora, the glint of lizard teeth in the dark as she smiles. We'll see how it goes.
I always
I have
lived.
made some points. She kind of eyeballs you again out of the corner of her eye. You've scored up some points too yourself, Mister.
I wasn't.
Maybe
keeping
someday you
track,
will meet
but
Scorekeeper.
it'd be an interesting conversation to have at least.
I bet she'd like you.
It's a
Lizard
personal
chuckle.
goal to kind of just carve a name to reach the end. I think is the least fitting of my own sake.
Well,
Being
I can
arcs-
tell you, if I live to tell the story, I will remember.
I appreciate that. being an arc's not. It's always kind of strange. I'm given, unlike a lot of my other brothers, I'm given a privilege to kind of make a name for myself.
That's right. You are special, clone man. You are advanced.
It's always kind of strange being told that, because sometimes I've met people that I've met bottom of the barrel who are better at some things than I would ever be, but sometimes
Kinda.
specialization beats over all around talent.
She kind of nods. I have known some Trandoshan's, Wookiees, others. He is very good at climbing a tree.
I'm just trying not to laugh at everyone's.
I'm sorry, Axe.
It probably came out weirdly. Sorry about that.
Jedi very good at stopping bullet. Not good at climbing tree. It's funny how life works.
Quite.
Though, I have not seen Aramaa try to climb tree. I'm pretty sure she'd be pretty good at it.
She'd probably just use her hands to make handholds out
I'm
of the
sure
tree.
she will punch tree down and stand on top and say she climbed it.
It's funny you both say that because that was my first immediate thought. Either A, she punches holes in the tree as she climbs up, or B, she
So.
just punches it down. I'm
It's
sorry.
a
I'll
Gordian
try to
knot
do-
solution, okay?
My Discord cut out a little bit there, but I got the gist of what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Making jokes about the Gordian knot. Yeah. So this probably has some more back and forth. If you got some more questions to ask, or we can.
No, it's just kind of that moment of like two of like similar but very different perspectives of like one blew up a life of it and then one chose like this kind of life to them. This is how I look at it.
All right, but you guys, it's probably on you because your last shift to
Yeah, we're just
double check your
halfway-
camp. Probably get started on morning meals. God, whatever you guys want to do for breakfast. You could do more, steak and fish, or it could be like, powdered eggs.
Mm.
You can, start the pot, make some calf.
Let's we probably can't boil down no bone for stock, but let's
No, you have definitely at this point, in the night, something has come along and most of your carcass has been stolen. Since you guys were sitting up all night and talking, it appears that none of the local animals were bold enough to try and like take a poke at your tent or anything. But yeah, no, nature is absolutely skedaddled with what was left of your kill at this stage.
Yeah, shoot, we probably should have just set the fucking bone stock to boil overnight. That probably would have done
Probably.
some- Oh well. Thoughts for next
Oh
time.
well, you're here.
We're here. Oh. Yeah, no, they got the ferret boss, who's actually just big swole fucking Borat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just imagine it's just like underneath the carcass is just a bunch of the ferrets just carrying it away.
It's like that fucking JoJo stand. What the fucking one was it? I can't remember its name.
Harvest.
Yeah, Harvest, probably.
I was thinking Bad Company, but that's something else.
Yeah, but let's get up. Here comes the sun. Let's load up and get after these get after the nomads.
Jeff's probably already like everything but the tents are probably mostly packed up by the time you actually like, get out of the tent.
Yes, Axe, you packed up the tents while we're still in the tents.
I said everything but the tents, but okay.
I didn't hear the but.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was a little blurred together. But yeah, okay. So you've packed up everything. You have probably already got breakfast cooked, assuming it's cooked if it's not cold. But
We
you
probably
guys
don't wanna
probably
waste
want
daylight,
hot
so yeah.
breakfast.
Hot
Probably
breakfast.
has like something set up.
Again, like you can probably either make it from the food stock you've already gathered, or I'm sure there is some kind of ration breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, let's see
A breakfast burrito type stuff.
Probably
Probably.
to like linger on it, but yeah.
Yeah, no. You eat some food, you drink your morning calf, everybody gets up. Honestly, you probably have the equivalent of a late morning. Like it's what would be dawn on like equatorial Soholiv. It's several hours after that
Mhm.
up here.
Odd,
So
but intriguing.
you got it's winter leaning, so you've got more hours of night. Axial tilt. Physics are fun, guys. But yeah, and again, honestly, with like ambient light and uh, like I said, the aurora effects, even if you have to like set out in pre-dawn, it's still light enough that you guys can like operate. Considering, I think is Boots the only one of you who doesn't immediately yeet at least one for darkness, and even then, he's got a helmet side flashlight, so he's got out to short range, I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
like yeah, in darkness I can't really see much, but in snow, my suit does gives me -1 to that, like -1 black.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys are probably like, you guys can get up before it's properly light and still maneuver in the pre-dawn without any problem, but that you don't want to set out in the middle of the night because it'll be cold and dark.
And that just leads to trouble.
In the cold, dark future, it is both cold and dark.
Nani?
All right, so
So-
you guys pack up for the day. You pull up the tents, reset them. Skirk and Camo probably get started on that while the rest of you eat. But everything gets bundled back up, put in there. How so you've got like 4 encumbrance worth of stuff. How you want to split that up between your various bikes? You could probably have like everybody take 1 E worth of meat pack.
Yeah. And then
It's a +1 of hides.
Skirt can probably just carry the hide. She gets
Okay.
encumbrance.
Skirk bundles it up into her kit. You
Mhm.
did also buy her like some encumbrance items.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
she gets like a low bearing harness and a backpack now.
Yeah, so she bundles it up in her kit after, cutting it and leaving it out overnight.
Mm.
Packs it up, ready to roll. Okay. I assume same formation as yesterday?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I know we've asked for quite a few, but I think it's fair to new day. Camo, go ahead and make me another average survival check to follow the
All right,
tracks.
here we go. I suppose because Boots is backing, he can at least give me a boost, right?
Yep, he can assist.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm not falling asleep this time yet.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, pretty good.
Not failure, at least.
Actually, this might make sense. For 3 advantage, you can pick the stockpile option. You can make a cache, and if you return to that location, you can use the cache to recover 3 strain each. So, do you want to like mark this location and set up a little cache here?
Is that
Store
or
some
do
of your
faithful
extra food and
companion,
water.
which is like we find some way to like. maybe
I
just, like-
mean, you could. I don't know how useful that would be since you're already quite fast.
fair enough. Yeah, then
Honestly, I
stockpiling
say leave a
works.
cache and like leave the fish maybe. Like this will stay for a little bit.
You could probably cache some of the fish, maybe even some of the meat and some of your ration stock. Cache some of your excess water you melted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like leave it here. Maybe someone like lost in the waste might get their life saved out of this.
Who knows?
Supply box deployed.
I mean, I cannot say for sure whether or not you'll hit it, but there may or may not be absolutely a vignette where you guys could run into a Nomad geocache. But okay, you do succeed though. Not like crazy success, but the trail's not hard to follow. You got it with your eyes. It's fine. So you
Yeah, okay.
follow the tracks, spin up, head out. And let's see. Okay, so probably after a couple of hours, as light starts to dawn, why doesn't everybody make me a average perception check?
Average, which means I have even odds. Cause Skirk ain't. Boots, you're writing what's. Wait, no, Web is writing with
Camo.
Skirk.
Webber
I think,
should get
I think only Wevuguk gets like
boost.
the
Yes.
gets the double boost. That's I think it's it.
I have hella failed on that. Surprise.
That's something.
Mm. Interesting. So Wevu succeeduses by an amount. Could technically roll some boost dice in there to succeed by more, but it's fine. Aramaa sees nothing. And actually, you should probably go ahead and take a strain.
Oh.
On account of just like you're trying to keep an eye out and stuff, but you're also thinking about you maybe didn't have the most restful sleep after your conversation last night, so you're focusing really hard to make sure you're on track on the road and stuff. And, it distracts you a little. You get a little worn down. All right, so. So because you are able to make some decent time, Camo, you probably occasionally, like, because you're slightly ahead as well, you probably either slow down or even park for a second to, like, scout ahead with your macro binos. Because you rolled 3 advantage, I will tell you about the next vignette. You think you see ahead of you something that actually looks like another structure, but do you think this one's actually like mechanical? You'd have to get closer to zoom in. But there's actually something ahead of you. You don't think it's a vehicle, but there's definitely some kind of structure there, and it looks like maybe it's moving or there's warmth there. You'll have to check it out. It's probably still like a click, 2 clicks away. It's just, you see something that stands out against the backdrop with your macro binos as you zoom in. While you're doing that park for Camo to do his scout ahead, Wevu, the sun starts to actually like come up and break across the horizon. You guys all have to put on your goggles so you don't get blinded. And you actually spot the light hit the lip of a ice hole kind of off to your side, maybe 15 or 20 meters off the trail you're following. And you actually see a decent amount of something glittering in it. You actually catch it at such an angle, you think you see that it's only maybe a few meters deep before it hits some kind of bottom. Like you guys are actually on like an ice shelf right now, right? But it looks like it goes down into some water only a few meters down, and you think you see the vague outlines of a shape in the bottom of it, like an object that's been thrown in or something. You'd have to approach closer to get a clearer look, but you notice an object of interest.
Marth?
Marth?
Oh, he's lighting up, but he's not making sound.
Yeah.
I had to quickly leave the VC and come back because Omega said, like, you find something and then suddenly everything just went silent.
Oh no!
Well, I know that my Discord definitely fritzed out a little bit there because I came in like halfway through Lucky asking for Marth, but yeah. I think we're maybe having a slight technical glitch up with Discord.
Oh no!
Let's see, we've been going for only 2.5 hours, not super long.
We'll probably keep going.
Yeah, let's.
Well, yeah, I have an endpoint in mind, but there are, as you may notice, a couple of vignettes I have in mind I want to hit up. We're getting in the feel, putting you in the mood.
Yeah, we'll probably pick up pace a little bit.
It's like we're doing a road trip, only on ice.
Yeah.
Hello?
There you are,
Yes.
Marth.
Okay, there's
Okay,
audio.
apparently I hit there's this little control thing on this
Ah.
mic setup, so
It happens.
You Dallas yourself.
yeah.
Dallas does that
that-
all the time. So.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she'll just say like some sort of vague object off the ice hole about 15-20 meters off the trail that direction. Like she'll just say, is it left or right of us?
I will say off to the left.
Okay, say off to the left of us.
It's you would say it's probably pretty well formed, like it's got some smoothed edges.
Mm-hmm.
Might even have been cut. You don't know. You'd have to get closer.
Well, let's get
You
closer.
want to-
I
let's
will
go
say that
check.
only Wevu really noticed the like glinting light. The rest of you are just like, oh, there's an ice hole.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if you saw so.
Yeah, something glittering.
Well, not all that glitters is gold, but shiny has my attention.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's-
As we established already, you guys are already stopped for a sec, so Camo can up ahead. So
Yeah, let's go take a peek real quick.
Looks like it might be an ice crawler, but maybe it could be something else.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
so
One sec.
you guys saunter over. At least Aramaa and Wevuguk. I will take that. Well, actually, I can't say I take that lack of reply because I don't actually know if there's a lack of reply.
Hello?
There's Loth.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Lothman.
Boots will be staying with the bikes. I'm not sure what Camo's doing.
Well, I think Camo is technically observing through his binoculars, but he could break off if he wants to.
Yeah, like I think it's an ice crawler, but like just get closer to check.
All right. So those of you who approach the hole, you guys kind of crunch over. You feel pretty solid standing on this ice. You go over, and yeah, it's a pretty cleanly made hole. You would guess if it wasn't artificially cut, it was like it was enhanced by a lot of erosion over time. So it's clearly well used by animals or even by nomads. Which actually you think it might be used by nomads because unfortunately the light you spot is there does appear to be maybe 3 or 4 meters under the water. Sitting at the bottom of it, there appears to be what looks like a humanoid body.
Oh no.
Plunked down in the ice hole. And it looks like, in addition to wearing some kind of like padded, fluffy snow jumpsuit thing, this guy was carrying. Actually, it looks like some kind of like proper ice fishing kit.
Oh.
And some other materials on him, like he's got some storage pouches on his snow gear, and you see the refraction that Wevu caught out of the corner of her eye looks like some light glinting off maybe his hook set or maybe some of the like translucent light of his fishing line, and he's just kind of sitting down there, plunked in.
Huh.
Well, that's sad. But this is.
Yep.
I wanted to go see if we can find something to identify the guy, but that is sub-zero water.
Yeah.
Not cold. Not real cold.
At least
Well,
he's going
water
to
in
be
general is
perfectly
cold.
preserved.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Water in
think,
general is pretty cold for diving, but
yeah,
I could.
it's only a few.
I think Camo could fairy fashion something if he just was. I don't, but he doesn't know this is happening, so just kind of wait.
Get a rope.
Yeah, I don't want to go fishing for human bodies. For some odd reason, that sounds
Yeah.
kind of undignified.
Yeah.
I mean, we can see it, but yeah.
Well, well, I am wearing a body glove, so I might suck for a little bit. I think I'm gonna try and get that body out.
all right.
Like I said,
So you're gonna,
I'll strip. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'll strip down to the body glove. I don't want my fucking battle armor getting wet and stuff.
Mm.
So, but do some stretches, limber up, slap my cheeks a couple times, and jump in.
all right.
Probably makes.
Sploosh.
Mhm.
I feel like Camo's probably notices and then probably just gets nearby
Yeah.
just to see what's going on and
All right.
probably gets a heating lamp ready.
Arma's got a fusion lamp in her kit. You guys can get set up.
Mhm.
You get that ready when she gets out. She's gonna need it.
All right. So Arma, you drop in. What all did you keep on you? Like you ditch your armor, but
I ditched my
assume
armor,
your like backpack and stuff.
Yeah,
too?
armor, backpack, but I probably kept on.
I believe your utility belt has a rereader in
Yeah,
it.
so I probably kept on my belt, and if I kept on my belt, I probably kept my lightsaber, but I'd probably keep my fucking fists on. Like, do crush guns work underwater?
Yeah, they're self-contained and powered.
Yeah, then I'll fucking no. If I don't have to take them off, I'm not taking them off.
No, that's good because I was actually that's why part of what I was asking was like, wait, would you take your gloves off? No, so at worst is maybe your facial extremities, but you're planning on just going down right away because your body glove head to toe that acts as kind of a warm suit, so you don't immediately freeze.
No.
Won't have you roll a resilience check yet. But go ahead and make me probably an easy athletics check. just to see. You could fuck it up
I could.
and get stuck under the ice.
I wonder how. I'm sorry. Then it's just gonna. Fuck. I don't know. I can't think of a scene of someone just punching up from like under the ground or under the ice.
That has definitely happened, though.
That's definitely happened, though. Yes. Surprisingly, though, almost did have to happen. Wild. But,
Wow.
yeah. But yeah. So one success, 3 advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna take one of those advantage to heal my strain. It's like, oh,
Sure.
I'm awake.
Yes,
so this
you're
is
very
the
brave
thing I
right
found.
Not exactly what we were thinking, but very funny.
Hand
Aramaa,
me a beer.
what's your perception check like?
2
Like,
green.
what dice would you roll?
2 green.
3 green. Okay.
I'm
You
pretty
have
sure.
field
I'm
goggles,
pretty
right?
sure. I'm pretty sure the fish are got a fish. But what were you saying?
You have field goggles, right? Wait, no,
I'm-
you don't need them. You don't have ice. That's right.
I was about to say. It's like you.
Probably a little watery. But as you get closer, your magical perception powers, you can kind of see that this guy, yeah, it's a male human. You're pretty sure he looks fresh-ish. Like, obviously, he's been a little bit bryanitized by being submerged for a non-zero number of hours in salt water, but like hasn't been, grossly eaten by sickle licks or brine fish or anything.
Well, if he doesn't look like he's been eaten at all, I'm starting to actually wonder how the fuck he got down here. Did he just
We'll
fall?
see. But you have a brief moment to kind of like, as you get closer, you can see. Yeah, he's got like, kind of like looks like rigor mortis clutched in his frozen grip. He's got like his fishing tackle line. You can't see where the fishing line ends. And in fact, you might actually see in his other hand, it looks like he's got like a bog standard utility man knife.
Mhm.
Maybe his rod got stuck and he was trying to cut it and got pulled in. You're not sure. There is a little bit of resistance though as you get started with trying to like fish him up, and that. So let's see. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll just immediately turn that into this, which is going to be very interesting. So. This is a very good question. Aramaa, without your armor, do you have any inherent defense?
I mean, I am. Wait, no. I feel like I have defense from. Nope. No defense. No defense without armor. I have soak.
Okay.
I have plenty of soak, but.
Well, yeah, we'll see how that works out for you.
Mm-hmm.
As you have been thoroughly sneak upon.
Oh, great. She has to fight another underwater octopus thing.
That's how we do. Trust me. As soon as they said there was a fucking hole with a dude at the bottom, it's like someone got fucking fished.
Yeah, I assume it was like an ice fisher.
Okay, so actually, this is a very good question about. So the luck is with you. I've semi-whiffed. I rolled 2 successes and 2 failures, so nothing, and I have 2 advantage. The question is just, can I activate certain qualities on a missed check? Which I don't know. Where even is the frickin'... I don't like how this is always... Okay, no, it looks like I can activate that even if it's a miss. So, also, hey, just heads up, get ready to roll some initiative, guys. You should probably all roll vigilance, just FYI. So Aramaa, you're minding your own business. Like I said, you're probably taking a second to try and scooch this guy up, right?
Mhm.
You're debating whether or not you want to pry the knife out of his hand and cut his line, so whatever it's snagged on can get free. When you suddenly notice there's a weird transparent shape looming next to you. Something that's probably, a couple meters of cubic space across.
Oh.
It's the fucking jellyfish anemone thing. I can't remember the name of. Did we call it an ice
and
fisher?
it lashes out Ice Fisher.
Ice fisher.
Or
It
actually, you're right.
lashes out with some tendrils, but unfortunately for it can't grasp your body cleanly. It doesn't appear to get a good puncture in. You think there might be stinging nettles, but your body glove absorbs it. However, it will activate Ensnare with 2 advantage, so you are immobilized for 3 turns underwater. By the way, I believe asphyxiating works is you holding breath. You can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to brawn.
How do rebreathers work?
Well, she would have to use a maneuver, I believe, to put it in, but you can. That would mean you don't have to hold your breath. But
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't. Well, out of character, I knew it was like there's a fucking thing here. In character, I'm just like, oh no, I'm just gonna go down, pop down to the bottom for a bit, bring this line down, baby, done in a jiff, eh? So
Yeah. So, funny how that works.
Yep.
So yeah, you have absolutely been ice fished, and while it doesn't do you any harm, you are suddenly like amassed with translucent tendrils that are like trying to pull you down away from the surface, and you're having a bad time.
It's
You
kind
are
of
immobilized for 3 turns unless you make I believe it's a hard
Okay.
athletics or coordination check to bust out as an
Yeah.
action.
I think it is.
I had a feeling that's where that was
Yeah,
going.
hard athletics check as an
I'm
action
not surprised.
to bust out.
Yes.
We
So
talked
yes,
many times
everybody,
about you
go ahead
touching
and
it
roll
next to death.
initiative. All y'all should roll vigilant. It will be cool.
I'm rolling vigilance. Yeah, I'm
Because
rolling
it's-
vigilance. Yeah.
It's
I
an
should I
ambush
need to-
hunter,
I need to put more points in my things.
and it absolutely snuck the shit out of you,
Oh yeah, no,
Aramaa.
totally.
Like, unlike its attack roll, that check was like nothing but double success, success advantage. So, yeah, no. So, I will roll for hymns. It's whatever. It's an amorphous jellyfish thing.
Well,
He's
now I'm gonna punch
roll.
it until it either stops moving or decides to leave me the fuck alone. Actually, that's a good question. How? I know how I'm gonna fight it, but how are you guys gonna fight it?
Well, they'll have to figure that out themselves.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Wait,
Let's see, I get 2.
Yeah, but Aramaa's in the same barrel, y'all.
I know. That's why I
Yeah,
said
don't
wait.
fire into it.
Just don't start throwing grenades down there.
I spent 1
Oh,
strain.
God.
I mean, that would be a thing to do, but don't do that because that will. That's how we kill Aramaa. Because
I know.
grenades in
would've
water
actually-
is a.
Oh, and does
Good, bad
skirt
idea.
roll or no?
I mean, I figure we should probably, just for the sake of simplicity, because I don't want this to take forever, we can leave the NPCs out of it.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah.
right.
We're watching the bikes and are several meters away, unlike the rest of you who did step on over when stuff got weird.
I had the fusion lantern ready as just we hear
So hold
struggling
on, I'm just
or
double checking
something.
my roll for this. Okay, so it'll be just roll EG. Okay, so
I'm gonna wonder if I could literally just stab it through the ice, but we'll see when we get there because I'm
I'm
not.
Through
so-
the ice.
I'm several meters down, y'all.
Oh, never mind then. Right.
How big is your knife?
not.
Is
it's
it even a
pretty-
knife at this
It's a pretty
point?
big knife, but it's not that big now.
Oh,
Um,
two.
Here's my
Mechanically,
knife, I call it a
you guys are at short range from this thing. Aramaa, you are engaged, and it is a PC slot, and you should probably go first as
Yeah.
a horrific silhouette 2 amorphous creature, which is mostly translucent, like I said, like bursts out from behind a rock and tries to tickle you to death. You're not exactly sure what the form of this attack is, but it's definitely entangling your limbs and stuff. So yes, you are currently immobilized, which means you can take no maneuvers.
Oh, no maneuvers.
Yeah.
Wait.
Also, keep note. This is round 1 on your not breathing, on your holding your breath. So
Oh shoot, that's right. If I want to get my rebreather, I'd have to take multiple turns to do it, huh? Because I have
So you
no
have to-
maneuvers. Wild.
So you have to disable it somehow.
Well, I'll worry about that's a problem for future Aramaa. Probably slowly
Yeah,
drowning
sure.
Aramaa.
Yeah, it's 3D
Right now,
athletics.
let me check my
Do you want
abilities
to
right here.
get out of the snare?
Let's see here.
by the way, I will let you know. This is a Nemesis tier threat. The reason why there are 2 NPC slots is because it has a special ability to go at the end of the initiative slot.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Because you only mentioned 1, and it's like, oh.
And then Omega's like, surprise, there were 2 all along.
No, we're not going with that. We're going with a different design.
At least
Aesthetic for the
they
encounter.
don't split up.
All right, but let's see here. Well, I only have one action, and I can't buy extra ones. So let's just go for the punch.
All right. You are attempting to punch.
I am attempting to punch. What is my difficulty here? I feel like there's. I'm
Okay.
feeling there's.
You are engaged, so
Yes.
this is normally 2. It's only adversary 1,
Oh.
but it is 2 melee defense.
Oh. Okay.
It's an amorphous, squishy creature.
Mm-hmm. All right. So roll. Let's see here. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. No. Wait, that's right. That's 5. 4 yellows to punch things. That's right.
Big punch.
Big punch. So Rupa, Batuba, 5. Yeah, this is Pierce 5, baby. I do believe that's it. Let's start giving Omega some points here. So let's do Destiny L for shiggles. Make that another green. Rupa full. Rupa. There we go. Bubba. Wow.
Oh, that's a lot of advantage. At
That
least.
is a lot of advantage.
Might super crit it.
How much? Well, probably just pumped all that into success.
You might as well just pump that all into success.
Yeah.
Let's see
Maybe
here.
action, here's a free maneuver.
Let's see here. So yeah, I'll just dump all that light side into success. So that'll be 3 success, 9 advantage.
Okay.
So
That will
that's
be.
3
So what's your damage?
plus
That'll be
4
11
plus-
damage. Pierce
11.
5.
Okay.
Wow.
So, all right, you do decently. So before you spend any advantage, let's beginning with the fiction. You immediately are like, oh, this thing is grabbing you. No, that I don't know you. That's my purse. Punch. As you do your exotic Jedi knife hand strikes on this thing, you do feel like your natural ability to like understand how to like penetrate armors and joints and stuff is helping you. And if it wasn't, you feel like this thing would be absorbing your punches a lot better.
Oh god.
Yeah, it appears like its natural gelatinous form is very resilient to blunt force trauma. Now, because you use special punches, you are still hitting it maybe not quite effectively, but decently effectively. You've learned one of its abilities, amorphous form. It doubles its soak against physical attacks.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Now, luckily, you're Pierce 5, so it's soak 5 stays soak 5.
Oh.
But if you did not have Pierce, you would have done a whole 1 wound with that punch. So, yeah, it seems remarkably resilient to your fists. Now, on the other hand, you've got a boatload of advantage.
As a thing, you might want. Does being immobilized block them being the free maneuver?
Yes, you are
Yes.
not allowed to take maneuvers.
Okay.
But well, shoot, actually, what is it? I totally forgot how my martial grace works.
You suffer strain
Strain
And then
to
add damage equal
add
to coordination.
damage equal to coordination, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Straight
yeah.
up add damage.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot if it was I take strained or I spend advantage for a second, so I didn't declare it. But I'll keep that in time for next time. But with 9, heck, we'll crit, and we'll go with improved precision strike. That will be 2 strain. Yeah. So I spend 2 advantage, take 2 strain. And then wait, how much was the fucking? Yeah, crush crunch is 2. That's right. And then I get to pick an average crit to inflict.
Okay.
That is the wrong page, me. I have too much advantage.
Huh. The
Yeah.
average.
You can probably like name every other character, including yourself, and be like, "You get a boost. You get a boost. You get a boost."
Pretty much. All right, here we go. Do I want to, yeah, this thing takes some This thing takes this. No, I don't want to do winded. But yeah, let's do overpowered. And so I will make an immediate free attack against them using the exact same pool as before. But that's still, I still got fucking
7, I think. You spent 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 2 per character, including yourself, to give a boost die. So you can't quite hit everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's 4 PCs. But you could spend 6 of that to be like, Boots gets a boost, Camo gets a boost, Wevuguk gets a boost, if you wanted to.
You could also just disable it. Maybe it's defensive
You can also heal some of
bonuses.
your strain you spent
Yeah.
or you doing other stuff.
Hang on, negate defense.
You can only spend 5 of it to give whoever goes next 5 boost.
I'm not giving people that.
It's my
many
soft cap.
boosts.
Is there a thing of how do I put this?
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I have 7, right? So I'm gonna spend 3 to give myself 1 melee defense.
Solid.
And then I'll spend 4 to give Boots and Camo each a blue.
Okay.
That's 7.
Okay.
Because they have guns.
I came back at a good time.
Yes. But before that,
Okay.
I'm gonna punch it again.
Before you do that, as a response to being hit, once per turn, as an out-of-turn incidental, it will immediately activate a disorienting burst.
Oh.
As you hit it, bioluminescence flares up on it in a hypnotic, exaggerated pattern. And I think because you still perceive, you still have to do this.
Probably.
Because you still see the lights. I need everybody within medium range, aka all of you, to make me a hard discipline check.
Okay.
As it's flashing sudden lights and you're all staring in the hole at it.
Okay.
All hail the Hypnotoad.
And
Ah.
so yeah, I think I'm pretty sure the way I wrote this Aramaa still has to do it. I had some thought about that, I'm sure, in the game design, but it's like even if you're blind or otherwise unable to see, you don't have to, but you just have to see.
Oh
You
wait,
just-
don't I have to roll a boost for this?
Oh yeah, you should add a boost die because you got one from-
I probably should add another one, but I don't probably
Aramaa.
need to.
I mean, it's not gonna help
boost.
me, but yeah.
Okay, so doesn't
Well,
change it all
Wevu
that
didn't
much.
get a boost die, so
Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
yeah, only Camo and Scott. Okay.
I don't think I need to roll one because it passed.
Okay, so those of you who got threats, each take a strain, but you're mostly fine. You're not seriously disoriented and all that stuff, right?
Mhm.
Boots does manage to avoid additional crazy consequences. But Boots, you're staring right at it. You take 3 strain for failing.
Oof.
Just like lights directly. in the eyes.
Actually, 4 total, +1 for additional failure showing. Yeah, so you take 4 strain straight up as you are horribly blinded by this light. As it kind of strobes as Aramaa
the
punches
goggles
it.
do nothing.
Wait.
And I got 2.
Yeah, like
threat.
I mean, to be fair, Lucky, I was wondering if Wevu would get attacked by predators because she noticed it, but you decided to go in the hole, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
we make our own fate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, please roll your overpowered roll.
Yes. Let me delete that real quick though. Whoops. I didn't mean to delete that, but whatever. I'll delete this now. It was where'd it go?
I figured it should pop one of its abilities in case it gets punched to death.
It
Makes
might.
sense. I am wearing
Up
a
there.
helmet with a visor.
I think it's just dead. Oh my god, that's double dead. That's
Ooh,
double
yeah,
triumph.
no, okay, that's probably not great.
Fuck.
Double triumph, 5 light side, 8 success.
And plus 5 pierce.
I think she just rips it apart.
We'll see. It's a nemesis. It's got a decent wound pool. But...
Yeah, but I gotta think of what to do. I can't. Well, I'll spend.
Okay. What would your damage be before doing your light side points?
Before doing points, well, I was gonna activate martial. Wait, no, I was gonna activate martial grade.
16.
So,
16, 18?
yeah, 8. Yeah, 18. 18 pierce 5.
Hold on, let me do some math.
Is this going to be dead before
All
I
right, so you
get
have
my
4
axe?
plus 4 plus the 2 plus 8. Yeah, 18.
I will tell you that based on your base damage numbers, the health of the creature you see, it would not be necessarily defeated by just your raw successes.
By
Because remember, it does retain some of its soak because of its special abilities. It's almost like I thought you might be punching a jellyfish. Though, to be fair, the way this rule is worded, it also works if Camo tries to sword a jellyfish, or
Which
if
would
Boots
probably
tries
more
to shotgun a jellyfish.
Yeah.
I was going to make a thing about. Probably won't get to it, but I was wondering if I could make a shot through the ice, but we'll get there. We get there.
Do you have a tech weapon?
He has a pretty powerful sniper rifle. It's like a tech weapon.
I was gonna use. I was gonna use the. I was gonna use the Nova Viper and then just use. My own
In that case, absolutely not. How much pierce
No.
do you have on that? There's a meter of ice, my dude.
4.
That's a lot, but that's a lot of ice, and plasma is actually bad at penetrating.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask if Pass was bad
Anyway,
or not.
Aramaa has to decide how to break up her light side points and stuff.
Like I said, I don't want
And
the
your
fight to be over
double
immediately because I could
Yeah.
just dump that on success, but that's not fun.
trying to
I'm
find
pretty sure with that double triumph, you can probably get out of the ensnarement if you want.
Yeah, I'll spend the double triumph on the get out of ensnare free card.
Oh, you could just
You
Double
just
triumph.
punch away the tentacles.
you
Here we
break
go.
its ability to ensnare.
I was looking for a good gift for this, but this is essentially what happened.
No, it's still whole.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, this is definitely the God, what was I completely forgot what the ocean. I keep wanting to say Ocean Man, but that's not actually that guy's stand name.
Ocean Man. Oh, Blue Moon.
Yeah, this is absolutely the weird Blue Moon fight where the guy's like, "I've got you," and then you're like, "No, finger." What?
Starfinger,
The Starfinger problem of always making
which
it
never
move.
comes up again.
Okay,
Masters
so all right. Also, I'm gonna go. I think I'll set up for another crit here. So hang on. Let me take the 2 strain for. So I'm taking. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna pump. I'm not gonna pump anymore into success. So with 8
So you have
success.
6 advantage then.
Yep. And so it'll be 18 damage because I'm spending 2 for Martial Grace.
That is accounted for.
Yes. Okay. So I'm up to 5 strain now. So 6. So I will do a standard crit. No improved precision strike. I can only do that once per round.
I think
For
you
this
get,
exact reason.
You do get a +10 because you've already put a crit on it.
Yes.
and then I think there's vicious
And
on
then-
the crush gods.
Yeah, any vicious you have goes in
Yeah,
there.
let me double check that. Yes, it is vicious 2.
Yeah, so
Plus
that's a
30.
total of +30.
Yes.
And this is just exclamation crit +30.
Oh, exclamation
no.
crit plus 30.
I do believe you do not type.
There's a
roll.
space.
Yeah,
Damn it.
you have to put a
Crit
space. I think.
plus.
Damn you! Cancel.
They all saw it. They all saw it.
I cry.
That's okay. It's been a while since we rolled.
Okay.
You
It is
break it, brain
compromised.
case.
You've hit something important neurologically speaking. To be fair, it's a translucent jellyfish anemone monster. You have a hard time telling.
Well, here's the thing. I just punched it a lot, and hopefully I hit something important.
Okay, so that was
My kneecaps.
2 of your advantage, right?
Yeah, so I have 4
Is your
left.
crit 2? Okay, yeah, 4 left. Yeah.
I will use the rest of that to heal strain, so I'm back down to 1 strain.
Okay.
And because of I have rapid recovery. I think is it when I. No, that's the end of the counter. Never mind.
I would like to point out, because you have become free from ensnarement during your attack, you now have your free maneuver.
Oh, that is true.
Probably stop drowning.
I mean,
it's only
Arma's what, Brawn 4?
Yeah,
right?
no, I got some times. No, I will move from engage to short. I'll swim
Okay,
back
you
a little
disengage.
bit. Yes, I'll
Yeah.
disengage. Thank you.
You don't quite swim like all the way up, but you swim out of its immediate reach of tentacles as it
Could you,
lets
like,
go of
swim-
you as you just ora. And
I wonder if you
then-
could swim to like the ice hole so we could just like see it from.
Well,
So-
no, it's a
I mean, yeah, kind of. She can only disengage with one maneuver, so
Mhm.
Yes.
it's not like I said, not like perfectly like swimming straight up out of the hole, but definitely swims back out to short range, so she's no longer
Gotcha.
engaged.
Mhm.
It is now a PC slot, assuming
Okay.
Aramaa doesn't want to take another maneuver.
No, I'm good.
All right. I'll go.
Yep, Webu wanted dibs. All right, Webu, it's
Okay.
you.
I'm just trying to figure out what I need to drop before I try jumping in.
Everything.
I mean, I would just say, as a maneuver, you can ditch whatever shit you want.
Okay, I'll Well, since it's probably like flight suit, it takes so long to get off, so I'll just ditch everything else except for that and the lightsaber.
All right, you just unclip your tack harness and throw your backpack off.
Is that like
Your flight suit is vacuum rated. It's probably fine to go for a swim for a short period of time.
Yeah. So that's probably an incidental to that, or what?
I think if you're ditching a
Prime-
lot of gear, no, it should
yeah,
be a maneuver.
Okay. Then I'll do Okay, so I'll spend a second maneuver
Mhm.
to activate. What is it? Saber Swarm. So that's 3 strain for that because I'm going to do an action. Oh yeah, I need to do quick draw for my lightsaber, which I
Right.
probably already did. Then I'm going to activate my Hawk Bat Swoop, which is an action.
All right.
Actually, can I do that when there's water?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
You can move.
Okay, I'm just checking. So it says targets in short range, and this is in
Mhm.
short range.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to do that.
Alrighty. All right, roll for Hawkbat Swoop. That's a combat check, right?
Yeah, it's a combat check.
Okay, so he's got 2 melee defense and adversary 1.
Okay. Do I want to make
And
Nice
now
roll.
he's probably gonna die because they're shockingly the jellyfish is not lightsaber proof.
Okay, so roll. I'm just gonna roll as is. No Spain Destiny. Okay, so yeah. Oh wait, is it? Yeah, I'm not. Okay, and then
Probably should have given this guy more cool.
Any defense?
Yeah, 2 melee defense.
2 melee. Okay.
I think I originally had that written as.
I guess Lucky saying just ignore that. Does Lucky have something that ignores melee defense?
Oh no! I just realized something. I typed BB. I should have put SS. I typed 2 blues.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, shoot. How do you want to handle that?
Well, for
give
the
me a
first
destiny
check, the first check I did, it's only 2 advantage. I could just negate a blues from somebody. But the second one,
well, the boosts have already happened. Is the problem?
Oh,
Give me a dark side point. It's
I'll
fine.
give you
Game state.
Game state.
Okay. Okay, so that's everything. Yes. And I need right.
Move past it. If the players make an error, I'll take a point away from them. If the GM makes an error, I'll lose a point. Keep going back and forth.
Okay, so I need to spend at least 1 light side point to engage. So
Yep.
I do that. And then I spend 1 to add an advantage to the check.
Okay.
And so it's
Pretty sure you've won. How much damage do you do?
It's 7 base.
Yeah, it's 6 plus 1. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
enough. That takes him to that. Yeah, no.
Okay.
So, Wevu throws off all her kit. Lightsaber comes out, snaps up, and then just does a full-on Olympic dive into the hole and just shoots straight down like a bullet. Actually, probably, spinning like one too, and just wildly corkscrews into this thing. You guys just see black blobs of scorched jelly suddenly and like out into the water, and now it's a little bit like cell disintegrating. As just, is this thing dead? Is it alive? You don't know, but bits of it's just float off in different directions, and there's no more combat. You guys should roll to recover strain.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, so
Alas, it only got to do one of its cool things.
Hey,
Oh well, maybe you'll find
Whatever,
another
man.
one.
Hey,
okay,
hey.
so
I held back.
with the 3
Okay.
advantage, I just heal everything.
No, it's fine. I mean, I got to do disorienting burst. That was pretty funny. The only other
Uh,
thing is, it wouldn't have been able to do it right away, even if you hadn't killed it. If to do the It's engulfed to suck you into its body and slowly melt you
Oh god.
Ugh.
because you
Oh, God.
disengaged.
I would
Sure to-
like to see the sad
I
plot.
guess we still pick up the body.
So
I'll add it to the because you fought one. I can add it to the encountered species thing at the end.
okay, I managed to heal all but one strain I got. Curse that jellyfish in its weird colors.
Let's see here. Roll. Yeah. That's right. I get
Hey,
to roll.
Wevu, what's your brawn?
My brawn is 3.
Okay, you've got about as much time as Aramaa does. With the two of you down there, I assume you guys are both just gonna grab the body and
Yes.
Yep.
scooch back up. Yeah. Wevu already has her lightsaber out. It's no problem for her to like snap whatever the line's caught on with like a flick of her wrist, and you guys just grab the guy under the shoulders and pull him up.
Mhm.
Camo has already set out a fusion lantern for you, so you guys can warm up and dry off.
Dry off.
Yeah. Thanks.
No problem.
Aramaa stands there in her fucking skin tight body glove and just like, whoo.
Aramaa, you and the others probably definitely noticed that on your body glove there are a couple points where like it didn't penetrate the insulating surface, but there's like weird abrasions on like your arms and legs where the tendrils touched you.
Huh.
Almost like it had, horrible stinging nettles which couldn't break your skin.
That's another day in the life.
You'll be fine. Doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, the proper thing is if you need is fighting hypothermia. But again, you got a lantern right there. You guys can warm up without too much trouble.
Yeah. Warm up, redress, hot tea,
Yeah.
and then
Okay, so you fished a guy out. You
Yep.
check him out.
Yep.
He is, like I said, he's carrying a complete homemade fish and tackle kit.
Mhm.
Weights, bobbers, everything. He's got like the little stand so you can set it up by the ice hole and wait, right?
Mhm.
All that stuff.
Anything to identify him.
You start checking through his pockets, his clothes. You don't really find like a wallet or anything. You do find in one pocket you see some what look like crudely pressed metal bars. You think they might be some kind of precious metal. This might be like a standard form of barter they have. Like, not quite coinage, but the nomads have enough of a tech base that if they find, certain precious metals, they could, melt them into ingots, right?
I mean, they probably use the ingots for the actual stuff.
Yeah, but because they're portable in ingot form, they also think it might be useful as like a semi form of local currency, like not proper, but much like how, for instance, U.S. dollars used to be gold backed. $1 is worth X amount of gold. This is probably skipping that step and just being like, all right, here's 1/2 kilo of silver. Just something to keep in mind. They do appear to be stamped with a certain mark. You're gonna guess that's probably like what forge stamped it, but that doesn't mean anything to you.
Nope.
You dig through his kit. You find he's wearing a ceramic bead necklace with a little metal charm that resembles some of the symbols that you saw at that shrine. Looks like it did not bring him good luck. I guess he forgot his anti-ice fisher charm. On his person, there doesn't appear to be anything else much besides the kit and stuff. There might be some like, flimsiplast, reusable polymer paper, but it was absolutely ruined by exposure to salt water for several hours. And yeah, other than like his little medallion, and I mean, are you gonna like get really in there? Like, you gonna check like the insides of his pockets?
Nah.
Because he's wearing some layers. Okay.
Nah.
If you did actually check that deep, you might notice he had some interesting, not quite tribal style, but definitely probably some identifying marker tattoos. But no,
no. He's
got a little medallion. It might even have some chicken scratch in it. That might be like a name marker or something you don't understand.
Yeah, let's take the medallion at least and the bits.
Yep. Yeah.
Just in case.
Like I said, he's got some little iron bars. He's probably got some,
Oh shoot.
like maybe a little pocket full of like some bone dice. You find like under the outer layer of his jacket, he's wearing like a little like tool belt. Not heavy spec tools, but basically the equivalent of what Camo carries in his multi-tool, just on a little portable belt instead of in a handy dandy flip tool. You salvage his fishing kit. You might actually want that yourselves, or you can at least give it back.
Yeah.
Pretty basic, by the way. Collapsing rod, dedicated fishing line, reel, bait, hooks, etc.
Yeah, we'll hold on to it. But the question is, what do we do with the Z body? Anyone have any idea for nomad funeral rites?
If anybody who wants to, you can make me a hard knowledge outer rim or knowledge lore check
I'll make a
to
knowledge
piece
lore.
together.
I'll make a
I'll,
farm.
Whatever your open
Fuck
things,
it,
but
I'll
try.
do it. I'll make one.
I'm giving it a shot.
I will activate my neural brain and
I
bring
have
on
to
the
activate
headache.
my neural charm, so just
We all give it a shot.
okay. Can't activate my neural charm.
Wevuguk concentrates, but you can't do it.
Wow.
Ooh,
Spicy.
look at the big brain on Boots.
Nope.
Wevuguk's got nothing.
Oh, come on.
Aramaa tries really hard, but does
Ouch.
not. But at least can get back some of the strain she used.
Yeah, I'll get back the straining. Yeah, give me back that point. How dare.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have come up with some a consequence more long lasting than getting a dark side point back.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, my internet cut out again.
Oh dear.
It's okay. We're winding down, I think.
I
Let
think
me just
it's-
because everybody's going ham. I do think I want to make sure to roll for Europa. Hey, shockingly, yellow dice do goo. It's technically one threat, so that might be a little blurry, but she got a shitload of success. That's 3, yeah, 5. Oh my god, local brain girl does brain. Like she's int 4 or something. Okay. Soz. Was Loth, Marth. Axe, did you roll to brain?
I did. I got 2 failures, 2 success.
Okay, so
2
that was
advantage.
that roll. Okay, sorry. It's because there were a couple rolls close together. That was
No, that's
Marth's
fine.
discipline roll then. Yeah.
I didn't
okay,
get
was just
anything.
making sure that was your check. Okay. So Aramaa is like, shrug. Like you're with your advantage, you're pretty sure what they don't do, which is probably bury them. Especially considering you're standing on, admittedly, it's about a meter thick, but you're standing on a meter thick rung of ice right now. Though, again, it probably thickens up a little, or there's some solid ground near you, because you are following some tracks. Camo, you come to the same conclusion, basically. You're like, okay, logically, based on my survival knowledge, they don't bury them.
They maybe cremate or maybe move them somewhere. I'm
Wevu,
not
your
sure.
conclusion is, we should leave them for the fishes. With your 1 threat and 3 failures. However, Boots, with your keen insight into humans, you and Europa are reasonably sure that, yes, what Camo posited real quick back there was probably what they do is, you would guess, heat's very important to these people, especially with the nomads with having their certain relationship with fuel and being mobile. They probably consider it a sign of respect and appropriate to attempt to cremate. So, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
Well, I'm not one. Like I said, when in Coruscant. Let's see here. Well, shoot.
Do we have anything to help cremate this body with?
We got fire paste.
Oh, yeah, we do have
But,
fire paste. but I'm not sure
we
that's
would
gonna help.
need something to.
I mean, you've had him probably sitting near your fusion lantern, so he's,
Drying out.
drying out. Yeah.
Uh,
You did cut down a tundra strider. You probably have some animal fats and tallows in with your steak.
Yeah, 'cause that's
Those are
fuel.
usually pretty good for lighting things up.
You do also, if you wanted to use it this way, you do also have some
Yeah.
natural animal fibers. You could
yeah,
you could dip that in some fat and turn that into a wick pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's the saying? We use the furs, basically lather it up with some oils, wrap them in it, set it on fire.
Yep.
Yeah,
that
that's-
would
Hey, before we do this, we should probably take something to at least mark identification because I think there might be a ice
Didn't?
shelter not that far out.
I-
Didn't Lucky take the medallion?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I took the medallion.
It has some chicken scratch on the back. And if not, I mean,
Huh.
we could take a picture of the dude.
I might as well.
I was looking for a burning medallion gift. I found this instead. Don't know how or why.
Okay.
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah, so
Probably take a nice picture of the guy. So
let's take a picture of him. We'll give him some oils. We'll wrap him in furs, and we'll set it on fucking fire.
all right.
All right. No check required. You have fire paste in the stuff. You use up your extra fibers. But, that's how you do. Everybody spends a quiet moment.
You fail your check with threat. Somehow you've wound yourself up in the furs instead.
No, that would be so you set yourself on fire. Whoops. Maybe you shouldn't have left a trail of fire paste to your foot.
All right.
That could happen.
But, moment of silence. But now we must go.
Yes.
We will leave his burning carcass behind us because I'm not really too concerned about fucking wildfire spreading here, y'all. Just saying.
I mean, yeah, no, if you do it literally at where you were, he's sitting on a solid block of ice flow, and, hey, guess what? After it eats up all the accelerants, the fire doesn't go anywhere because it only melts ice and becomes water. So, all right, you proceed
We
to our next
proceed.
vignette point,
Yes.
which is basically, I assume, because as I said, Camo scouted this semi. He saw it already ahead. You probably head straight for it because it does kind of parallel your path following this nomad trail. And within probably the next, let's pre-account for Camo's time cutting abilities. Probably your next 30 minutes. You come up to a you realize as you start to get on more solid land, definitely, right? Like you're noticing that you're seeing snowdrifts, tundra, maybe even something resembling topsoil.
Oh. We might get off the flows.
Yeah, you're definitely moving on to some slightly more continental rock bits.
Ooh.
Like you're pretty sure this is probably at least a decently sized island, like maybe a flat land of a seamount, but probably a decently sized like body of something. And it's got to be solid ground because hey, what you saw was you see a nomad's well, which is an oil pump.
Oh.
It to you guys, especially to Camo, who has a mechanics experience. If any of you other have some dots in mechanics as well. It's very but simple, but it's one of those standard grasshopper style oil pumps. Just clunk, clunk, clunk.
Well, probably, honestly, because of ionic storms, they have to keep it but simple, so it's but easy to fix.
Yeah, no.
just
In
making
fact,
sure.
you're pretty sure that this thing is entirely mechanical. There are minimal electronics in it. And it looks like basically the way it works is they start it up, it runs for a while, and then when the tanks are full, it stops. If you had to guess, because you do see some storage tanks next to it, it looks like that the Nomad group you are tracking stopped here to top up on crude oil and moved on, so now it is slowly replacing its stock.
Okay.
If you guys were in a situation where you needed your own fuel, not that you are, you could probably rig this equipment to get you the stuff you need, but for now it's just an interesting note about where you are. It's probably not the most environmentally friendly technology, but you don't see like a vast field. It's just like a single well that they use to replenish fuels.
And besides, it's not really ice. Not like ice can burn.
Well, it's not that, but Like I said,
There-
oil, there's
there
a lot
are a lot of environmental concerns
yeah.
if you're drilling for oil, but
Yes.
this is
Fair
just a
enough.
single. This is a single well for necessity, not a mass-produced industry of
Yeah,
petroleum.
like polluting the surrounding water. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like honestly, yeah, no. But no point in messing with it. But we will we will note it on the map,
Yeah.
and let's keep going. That's neat. That's neat. So apparently they do have some means of extracting oil on that scale, but it still seems to be pretty small. Not, and again,
Yeah, it looks like, you know, it's enough for maybe one ice crawler, maybe a small convoy to like top up all their tanks at one place, and then it goes again and it pumps more oil. There was probably a decent amount of industry involved in discovering and, you know, piloting the well, but now it's just, you know, like we said, but as simple.
I assume the tracks near this, or if there's any, like, are probably when we're faded. Just considering that, you know, it's been kind of clear as weather. It's probably been farther a long time. That we can do the rest of the night.
I mean, there's been a little bit of wind, there's been a little bit of sublimation, like the sunlight has melted some of the ice as you guys are starting the
Yeah.
day, but not a lot. You're still falling pretty decently, and I think we're gonna come to my my planned conclusion here.
Yay.
All right.
It sounded like Lucky yawn's really big, and we've been going for like
Did I
3.5 hours. It's fine.
I might have.
It just kind of
Somebody
it,
yawned.
Really recent,
made it go
that's
lengthy.
Geo. I think it was
So-
just because I was about to start yelling at him. Oh, sorry.
You guys follow along for probably another 60-ish minutes when you see another thing. And you will notice, as you move closer, you see, especially Camo with his various forms of optics. You see a large metallic object ahead of you. Something that's maybe still at 4 or 5. But as kind of, you know, a sunlight pokes through, all of you can see coming up over the horizon that this object appears to be stock still, and you see plumes of smoke ahead of you. And you're not sure, are they exhaust or are they something else?
looks like we
You
got
can't
something.
tell until you get closer. And
So
I
we got
think that's
something,
where we're
everyone
going
be
to do
ready.
our dramatic cliffhanger right there.
Okay. Ooh.
All right, that was our session. Yay!
Yay.
I think that'd
Yay.
be most of the traveling. So I think this point is probably more like point to
I
point.
feel like
but
we
we'll
did pretty well.
I'm
Yeah,
shoot,
I got in, I think, 4 of my 8 vignettes.
honestly,
was-
like I enjoy the vignettes. I enjoy just going from
No, so that's literally in my notes. It's like, do some vignettes, give some perception checks, let them get the feeling for this place. So I wanted to
Yeah.
put everybody in the mood, and we
Yeah.
got some little encounters,
Yeah.
some good, some bad.
Do you think you'll be able to do more of the vignettes, or just
He
kind
said
of...
he has
If you guys do long periods of traveling, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't. I
I
don't
will-
know
I will-
exactly. We'll have to see how you guys respond to this next bit of the plot. But
I
we'll
was
get there
worried
next
that next day I was going to start off with Aramaa just like suplexing boots. Like, what did you talk about?
It's
No,
like,
no, you had to travel.
okay.
Yeah. So you guys have encountered yonder ice fisher.
We traveled
Let me see.
at least a tenner, I think.
I don't know. I'd say 15. We hit 2 of the vignettes. Oh, 3,
yeah, true.
3 technically.
4.
Well, yeah, you had a fight. You did successfully navigate and find the conclusion of the plot. You fended off the ice fisher, and then you successfully navigated a couple of vignettes which involved skill checks. So yeah, we'll call it a base 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is my?
Hmm.
All
I
right,
think
to copy it to
honor-
clones.
in battle, probably.
Your honor in battle is about like meeting challenges like head on and fighting enemies fair, right?
Yeah.
I'd say ditching all your gear so you can dive into the water to fight a horrible space jellyfish mano a mano counts.
Fighting in its own environment.
I don't know
Oh.
if the mission
Yeah.
works. You know,
Unlike
I-
what I
Well, you're
usually-
pretty on task, and
Yeah, you were pretty much on task guiding us through.
yeah, because this
there,
is
getting
like while we're traveling, you're pretty much in the lead. So we basically count on you to
Yeah.
follow up things, and you're the one.
Plus,
Basically, you're basically
plus you went off to get food, which is important for a mission up in the Arctic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they kinda
you
just
were sent out
wait
to
it
go gather food, and I mean, obviously that's not a huge risk because you're really good at it. But if you had fucked that up, you might have been ambushed by horrible predators all on your own. Some.
Yeah, I might have actually had to fight something as it dragged me into the water.
So no, I think it's fair. People are counting on me. Nothing particularly for what I did for in the Mo's, but I did was all like, these people might eat stuff. I'm gonna bring it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually picked up yet, but I do want to
I mean,
say
it's-
there are absolutely opportunities for you to get that in
Yeah.
this scenario.
Yeah.
So,
So
Loth, you were saying?
Oh, instead of saving XP, I'm spending what I have, which is 5 plus the 15 I'm getting. Because I imagine I didn't hit my motivation, which is fine.
No, not this
But
time. That's okay. Though.
I'm boosting Brawl from 2 to 3.
That works, yeah.
It's not a career skill for you normally, so you're spending 20, right?
No, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
But if it's 2 to 3, then that's only 15 points.
Oh, okay. I guess I got 5 points left over. My bad. My math
Maybe-
isn't so good.
Have you been doing that calculation most of the time? Because you might have to, like... buy a bunch
I
of
think he's
points.
got it right. It's just Loth buys a lot of out of career skills.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And by other career skills, we mean knowledge warfare.
I'm gonna get...
I don't know what the flip I meant by typing line action, but the Ice Fisher stats have been added.
Oh, I do remember I did at some point spend, I think it was a while ago, but the other out of class skill I got was a pilot space. Got it to 1.
Oh, nice.
All right,
Never
so
gonna
you guys
come up,
can-
but you know.
It might. You don't know.
Mm.
Okay, so I think we're gonna wind down. I mean, we're in the middle of the adventure. I don't know. You do have it every session, Aramaa. Do you want to go ahead and roll conflict?
Lucky?
no, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because I would say, like, you didn't jump into them because they were pretty boneheaded, but there were absolutely opportunities to get conflict in this session, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, like I said, if there was a risk, yeah, I guess I'll roll for it. Hang on. Let's
Yeah,
see here.
roll.
So.
You get 2 more every session, so.
Yeah.
So, I could get crippling blow, or I
I'm
work
fine.
towards getting my
Alright, you
dedication.
get 2 more.
I'm
You're at max
okay.
right now, right?
Yeah, I'm at max.
Okay, there we go.
See what happens.
Yeah, I don't think I'll need to roll since I don't think I've triggered anything. Oh, wait, it's bravery and repression.
Yeah, you do not necessarily trigger it.
Yeah,
You were not very repressed this session.
this
I
was
don't think.
not in a do or die situation for bravery.
Anyway,
Says-
but I think that was a good sesh. I enjoy.
Yep.
I enjoy these little moments. I truly do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys can see the Ice Fisher had a couple of fun things it could do. It could sweep. It could do the disorienting burst. It could try and engulf you.
I would have to. Man, I kind of want to have the engulf just so I can have to say I can punch my way out of thing. But
Yeah, just punch your way out. I was thinking the exact same thing.
punch, 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 punch.
So, I'm thinking of... I can get out of room 2, range like 3, or I work towards getting natural marksman and quick fix and dedication.
Like you would truly do a Stardust Crusaders as you punch your way out of some teeth.
hang on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Sure.
I'm ready to wrap this up. Thanks so much for
Okay.
tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna go and debate what the episode is called. So
Yeah.
goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye now.
You'll know when you see it.
Well, yeah, they know it already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Future. Anyway, we're out.
We out.